And it's going to be third down, looks like, for the Chargers. Still got some discussion going on. We'll see. And it's a false start on the Chargers. We got a flag, false start. So that back crest up 5 yards. Bring up 2nd and 6. No score here in the first quarter on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Husky brings his offense back up to the line. Single receiver over to the right side, through to the left. Bishop winds the clock. Let's get this thing going. Nice home crowd here at Oak Grove tonight. Fired up about tonight's game. There's the snap. Husky looks to throw, gets the ball out quickly. The ball's going to be complete, and it's going to be enough for a CSI Mechanical first down. Ball complete out over there to Malachi Addison, it looks like. So Crest will pick up their first down of the night. Ball moves up to the 40-yard line now. Going to be a Charger first down. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right now. Husky brings a man in motion. There's the snap. Husky's going to keep it. And then here comes pressure from Oak Grove. And they're going to get the big sack. Bring him down at the 30-yard line. So a nice defensive play there by the Grizzlies. Getting Crest now behind the chains. Going to make it 2nd and a long way for that first down. It's a good pressure there off the left side from the Oak Grove defense. So Husky brings it back up there. Going to send 2 receivers right to the left again. It's wide open offense. Crest likes to run. That's Aiden Carson in the backfield with Husky. Again, going to bring a man in motion. That's Green coming across. Husky drops back to pass again. Looks downfield. Here comes pressure again. And Husky goes down again. Another big sack there for the Grizzlies. R.J. Crest is really going to figure out a way to slow that pass rush down for Oak Grove.
It just seems like our O-line isn't in it tonight, man. They're not blocking how they should. They're not getting where they're supposed to.
So it's going to make it 3rd and 24 now here for Crest. Again, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right for the Chargers. Oak Grove looks like they're bringing another man up inside the box, going to try to bring the pressure. It's just going to keep it. It's going to be a quarterback draw. He's to the 30, out to the outside. So a nice pickup, but not enough for a first down. And we'll see what the Chargers do. They're going to send the punting unit out onto the field. So a nice opening series there for the Oak Grove defense. See what Crest can do defensively. That's going to be Derek Mitchell trying to punt it away here for the Chargers. 9:28 to go here in the first quarter. Looks like Oak Grove was up a little bit of a rush. Mitchell gets it out of there. Not the best punt, a high punt. It's going to take a Charger roll, though. And Crest is going to look like down and close to the 35-yard line of Oak Grove. And Oak Grove will bring that offense over the field, led by Connor Creech, the quarterback. Creech comes in with over 1,500 yards passing in the year, but can also get it done with his legs. 487 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns on the ground as well. So Creech brings them up. They've got 2 backs in the backfield with him, 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Going to bring a man in motion. There's a snap. Hand off to the big running back. He's going to plow ahead. That is number 9, Isaiah McGuffin. I see a pickup of about 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Oak Grove Grizzlies here. McGuffin has really done well with his defense. And there's the hard count. Gets Crest to jump off sides. So that's going to give them 5 more. Going to make it 2nd and about 1. Maybe a short 2. So mental mistake there by the Chargers to get Oak Grove that much closer to those first down markers. 2 backs in the backfield again. There's a handoff. Drops back to pass. Looking downfield. Going to throw it downfield. And not going to be catchable. Way out of bounds. It's going to bring up now 3rd down and short. This Creech looks over to the sideline to get the call. Again, they have two backs in the backfield. Two receivers over to the right, one to the left. They're going to hand it off to McGuffin. He's going to plow ahead. Going to be enough for a CSI Mechanical first down for the Grizzlies. McGuffin, a big, strong running back, also plays linebacker. We're going to have a stoppage of play here, officials timeout. See what it is. RJ, what's your thoughts so far in this game?
So far, it just seems like they're running over us. We can't. If we're not blocking who we're supposed to and we're not getting to the ball, there's no really point in being out here, man. We need to get on it tonight.
The Creek with the hard count. Chris stays at home this time. Looks over to the sideline. Gets the call. Single back in the backfield this time. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Moves McGuffin over to his right side. There's Creech. Quick pass. Looks fast. Not going back the other way. Going to pull it down and run with it now. And Chris is able to make the stop after a gain of a couple for Creech. Trying to believe that was Derek Mitchell on the stop for the Chargers. They're going to bring up about 2nd and 8, maybe close to 7. Creech brings them back up again. Again, a single back in the backfield. Two receivers left, two to the right. Chris walks the guy up. They're going to give it to McGuffin again. Nice run by that big running back. And it's going to be enough for a first down. Again, you see McGuffin, how physical he is running between the tackles. So good job there by McGuffin to get the first down. 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. Quickly back to the line. Creech takes the snap. Going to give it off to him. Going to keep it this time. Does Creech. So a nice little misdirection there. Going to get over to about the 30-yard line of the Chargers. Nice opening drive here for the Grizzlies offensively. And that's going to bring up second. Second and about 3. Quick snap again. Going to give it to McGuffin. This time, good job by the Chargers defense to make the stop. Actually dropping for a loss there. Good play there by the Chargers. We appreciate you joining us tonight for this WestEndSales.com broadcast of high school football right here on WHS. Rich brings it back to the line. 3rd and 5 now for the Grizzlies. Creech tries to do the hard count again with the clap. Grant once again stays at home. Looks back to the sideline, gets the call. Two receivers left, two to the right. Moves McGuffin over to his right side again. Creech ready, takes the snap, going to drop back the pass. Looking. Going to be incomplete. And it looks like Daddy Pettis got there and was able to make some
that's that little slant they like to run.
As he was throwing the ball. Let's see what the Grizzlies decide to do here. Looks like they're going to leave the offense on the field. So it's 4th down and 5 here. So a big play here for the Chargers defense. See if they can get off the field. Like a change in the backfield. That's not McGuffin back there now. Don't know who the new running back is. There's the snap. Creech back to throw. Looking downfield. Look. Going to throw it
down, guys.
Little jet sweep there to Ryan Thompson to the right side. Burns pulls ahead. This one 6-0.
Nice play there by J.D. Pettis to make the stop. So Chris will bring that offense back on the field, RJ. Good stop there by the Chargers defense.
It's fantastic. They were able to push him out of bounds after he got the ball, and then he was able to bring up to the Chargers.
So PAT brought to you by Neal and Cole coming up, and it's Camacho. And this is what you talked about, Jeff. This is going to be a little dicey tonight.
Yep, it's not so much the kicker as it is just the snap and the hold.
Correct.
Just a lot of moving parts in this.
So Mooney calls the signal. Good snap, good hold, kick up.
Looks good.
Kick is good. Yep. Neal and Cole extra point is good. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Your locally owned and operated hardware store is Main Street Hardware in Lawndale.
That young man, his contributions to this game. And remember, him and Turner McSwain are taking their turns at QB. A fake handoff. Rudison up the middle. He's got a hole again to the 40, 45, 50. Back into right. And they had to chase him down, but not before he gets to the Robinson 37-yard line.
Yeah, Russell gets that second level with the Robinson defense there. He is just dominating them. And I don't really understand what Robinson is trying to do. They've got 6 or 7 guys on the line of scrimmage there, but they don't have hardly any linebackers there. So when he busts that initial line of scrimmage there, he's just able to make them pay because nobody waiting for him. When he gets ahead of steam, he's going to be hard to bring down.
Just picked up a 37-yard gain right there and a Mipa Bolito first down. Rudisill again, he's just working it and working it. They're taking tacklers with him inside the 25-yard line.
Yes, some hard running by Rudisill there. Just following his lead blockers there. Offensive line doing a good job now, leaning on the Robinson defensive line there and just creating holes. Another Mipa Bolito first down for the Trojans.
So far on this offensive series, Rudisill with runs of 8, 37 yards, and they're 11. And as JB said, another Mipa Bolito Mexican restaurant first down, authentic Mexican flavors. Back to Brennan Austin, haven't called his name in a while, and he is going to be unable, thanks to the defense, to get anything, no gain.
Yeah, he's been bottled up a little bit by the Robinson. I think the reason you see Rudisill being so effective is he's really, really quick with the ball in his hands. He's able to make those split-second decisions there, and I think that's where he's having a lot of success there running on Robinson right now.
If Chase could add another score early, since they got the second-half kickoff, that would really be big because this game's not over by any means. Rudisill with a fake handoff. There he goes. Nobody's on the right side. He does it, folks. He does it again. Rudisill with a 24-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, great job by the Chase offensive line there, just running away from number 35, Hobbs. He was on the right-hand side. They're running over to the other side, able to have some success over there, and now up 20-0.
I said to you off the air a while ago, I said since Chase gets the opening kick of the second half, if they can put points on the board, that will be monumental in this game. And now they, after the hopeful PAT is made, they are going to be up by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, you look over to the Robinson sideline there. No energy going on for the Bulldogs right now.
Sixtos takes care of business. It's good on the Stanton Enterprise McDonald's scoreboard. They're all about the community. 9:55 to go in the third, and now it's Chase 21, Robinson 0. More Chase playoff football coming up in a moment on Downtown Radio.
Chargers. And now a game being played between the 20s. Mitchell takes the punt. Going to hit. Going to take not much of a roll. Going to be down there by the Chargers. That's number 4 for Crest. Able to down it. And that was Brandon McCall in the coverage there on the front coverage. So Oak Grove will take over again. They're on 38-yard line now. They're taking possession here in the first half. 4:59 to go. No score. The number Mr. Sparky scoreboard. 2 backs in the backfield will preach this time. Going to bring a man in motion. And they're going to, he's going to hand the football off, going to go to the outside.
And again, it's 3:51, and other than the first couple minutes of this quarter, it's been Burns' ball, and that was kind of their formula for success the first game. So inside the 25, Burns marching down. And Mooney's in the gun, snaps the ball. He's got it. He's back. He's got time. He steps up. He's got a lane. He's going to run. He's to the 20. He's to the 15.
Oh, what a move.
Makes a man miss. 10, 5. He's pulled down. First down and goal, Bulldogs.
What a move downfield to sidestep the defender there, Ben Mooney, showing that 4.5 speed all the way up. We're going to have first and goal, Burns.
So I'm going to give him 19 yards. And that's the 5th first down for Burns tonight.
It's like Mooney's coming out. Might see a little wildcat action here.
Yeah,
Ryan Thompson.
Yeah, they like to use Thompson on
shotgun.
this. So it looks like it's student body right. Let's see if that's where they go. As Thompson takes a direct snap, checks the right side. Shelby plugs the hole, though. He falls forward. Helmet goes flying. Maybe got about 2. It'll be second down and goal.
Yeah, up to about the 3-yard line or so. Little inside handoff there, Ryan Thompson. Mooney remains on the sidelines, it appears. So we may see another wildcat play here.
Yeah, they like to do this in their short yardage situation. So it'll be second down and goal again from about the 3-yard line.
I know you're a big fan of that play, Tom. You got an extra blocker.
Extra blocker, yeah, that's what I love it. You get an extra blocker. And it looks like student body right again, and that's where he goes. And Thompson puts the head down, bulls his way. Numbers, bookkeeping, touchdown. Ryan Thompson from about 2 yards out, and it's 13-0 Burns, fellas.
Yeah, took it right up the middle, right into the gut of that Shelby defense. For another touchdown, 13-0 Burns with this early lead.
So I had 6 plays on that 42-yard drive, and just under 3 minutes off the clock, about 3 minutes and 45 seconds. 2 minutes and 45 seconds, but just like that in this first quarter, it's 14-0 Burns.
Well, the Shelby defense has been on the field a long time, going back to the previous drive, so they're tired at this point.
Nealon Cole, extra point. Snap back, kick up. Kick good. 14-0 Burns. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Tired of pests and bugs around?
There's nothing that Tuscola can do to stop the clock. They're out of timeouts. So I think you'll see the Mustangs run it all the way down as far as they can.
Just have to get it out of the end zone each play.
Yep. Well, just Mazzell behind center. It got him another yard there to work with. And they're going to take their final timeout. They let the play clock run all the way down to Tuscola can do to the game clock is down to exactly a minute to go in the quarter. So if they can run this one out here,
make it last 5 seconds or so.
Well, if it's a 40-second play clock, 240 seconds or 80, they should be able to run out the half here. Just keep it out of the end zone. The defense did a good job of keeping it out of the end zone. Now the offense has to. Seconde Walker out on the field again, running, trying to loosen up. He is in the lineup right now. I don't think they'll be throwing to him in this situation. So it's safe for him to be there.
Oh, we might fool him with the deep bomb right here. Take a shot. Little fake hand, little play action. All go.
Markel Clark. Walker is a decoy. Throw it to Clark.
Yep.
Or you can throw it to your Wes Welker type, Jackson Beam.
Play action streaks, send them deep. Get behind the second.
So Walker.
They're all playing within 8 yards of the ball.
Yeah,
they wanted to take a shot.
There is no one past the 10-yard line.
I think they're bringing it. Little zero, cover zero. Yeah.
So Mazzell, now that he has room, takes a knee, stays out of the end zone. Clock is running.
Fake take a knee and go deep.
So 35 seconds. We've got about a 15-second differential on the play clock to the game clock.
And the coaches can do nothing but watch helplessly.
No timeouts. So you'll see East Lincoln run this down as far as they can. I don't even know if that was ready for play. And he does take a knee, so that will be the end of the first half. A good first half for East Lincoln is that on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's East Lincoln 21, Tuscola 0. And we're going to have a shorter halftime than we've had lately. No homecoming, no senior night things to deal with. So the play clock is now run out. That's the end of the first half. We're going to take a 4-minute timeout and come back with a halftime show brought to you by Unrivaled Metal Buildings. So again, we'll be back in 4 minutes on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
They are here. The full line of famous Skag mowers now in stock at Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply in Lincoln. Come in and see the full lineup. Stand-up mowers, sit-down zero-turn mowers, push mowers.
Let's see what to call. And it's going to be holding against the Chargers. Again, Francis cannot get out of their own way. My second and 20, 25, 26, maybe 27. So a big penalty there. Again, the worst call in football is that they should go back to the line of scrimmage. White high school football has not changed that call. You're going to do that, you want to make it a spot foul on interference for defense. But that's neither here nor there. Husky again has his offense on the field. He's going to give it to Aiden Carson again. Carson's going to go around the right side. Another nice run by Carson. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage to make it a little more manageable here for his offense. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 here for the Chargers. Chris quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Again, there's 3 receivers come over here to the left side. This time, let's keep it the Carson to the right side. If I need you on this side, young man, move over here. Let's see, he calls out something to his receivers over here to the left. There's the snap. He's going to put it in Hayden Carson's belly. Carson's going to keep it. Trying to get some yards, and that's a good. Nice play there by the Grizzlies defense as they force Hayden Carson out of bounds. So we continue to see these defenses play well to start this game. Looks like there may be a loss of 2, and that's going to send the punting unit back out there for the Chargers. So game the field position so far in this game. Down to 1:36 to go here in the first quarter. Derek Mitchell comes back out. He'll be punting for the Chargers. Looks like trying to see deep back there. I believe that's Jake Smith for the Grizzlies. Mitchell gets it out of there. Nice high punch. It's gonna bounce. Smith's gonna drop it. Let's see, the Chargers are gonna recover it. The Chargers are gonna get on the football. They're gonna have great field position here to start this drive. A huge mistake there by the Grizzlies of Oak Grove. Chris will take over at the Grizzly 35-yard line. Let's see if the Chargers can capitalize on that mistake. Smith very indecisive about whether he wanted to try to field that football. And when he made up his mind, it was too late. Bounced off of him, and Chris is able to recover. Husky sends 3 receivers over to his left, right. Over his left side, one to his right. Takes the snap. Ball's going to be on the ground. Husky drops it, but he's able to get it back. So a nice play there defensively. Chris nearly hands that football back to the Oak Grove Grizzlies. That's going to bring up 2nd down now. 2nd and about 15 for the Chargers. Again, Chris has really been their own worst enemy in this first quarter, down to 51 seconds left here in the first quarter. Again, no score on the Novalarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Latavius Husky walks his offense back up there. And maybe Anton Lewis down the backfield with him. There's the snap, and it is. Husky's going to keep it this time. He's going to run with it. And not much. And we got another flag. Let's see what this flag is coming deep from the backside. Let's see what the call is. Let's see. Officials having a discussion. We come out. We got a face mask against Oak Grove. So they brought Husky down by the face mask. 28 seconds left here in the first quarter. That'll give the Chargers the ball 2nd and about 8. Clock continues to wind down to 22 seconds here in the first quarter. Let's see. Husky gets the ball. Going to hand it to Anton Lewis this time. Lewis is going to break through. Marches down the sideline. He continues to fight. He fights. And let's see, he's into the end zone for a touchdown. What an amazing run there by the sophomore Anton Lewis to get the Chargers onto the board with that big touchdown. Brought to you by Numbers, Tax, and Bookkeeping of Shelby. Chargers open the scoring here in the first quarter. 6-0. They now lead on the Novalarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Sanchez will come back to send the extra point here for Chris. What a job by that young man. Had a great year with the JV team. That Anton Lewis now stepped up here in the playoffs and a big touchdown run. There's the snap. Ball is up. And the kick is good on the Novalarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. The Chargers lead 7-0. 7 seconds to go here in the first quarter. You're listening to high school football right on WHS. We're back in 30 seconds.
Amanda Morris and Tracy Gardo are in the comfy confines of the school building. They do not wish to get their hair wet, I guess, so they're going to stay in there and watch the game. We're comfy and warm, but there's a lot of fans out there who are a little wet tonight. But you just missed a goal line, well, not really a goal line, but a stand in the red zone by Burns to get the ball back, turn it over on downs, and that's Norris with the pitch. and he might have got a yard. Good job by the Shelby defense that time, guys.
Yeah, 2 or 3 Shelby defenders kind of pushed him out of bounds there.
Again, running it into the short side, but too many people there at that time.
Now, Jeff, I know you're the old ball coach. I just don't like that. It's kind of one of those things. I know there's less people, but I just feel like, I don't know, you're taking away a little bit of his explosiveness by running into the short side.
No, Tom, did you like that first 20-something yard touchdown run?
I guess I did. That was to the short side. That was. Touche.
Well, maybe they might be expecting us to run to the long side of the field.
Well, and they've run one time to the wide side and picked up about 8 yards that way. So there's nothing that's troubling Burns right now.
Norris, right side, puts the head down. He'll have about 3 or 4, but it sets up a 3rd down and about 6, a chance for Shelby to get off the field.
Not a bad run there by Jeremiah. I think Drew Hollifield brings him down.
Yeah, this would be big for Shelby because if they can get off the field here, then they're going to get pretty good field position after the punt. You know, this game's a long way from over. 14-0 on your Main Street Hardware scoreboard. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales, and special thanks to Contracted Pyrotechnics in Destin Ledford, who have sponsored the video broadcast tonight. And it's double wide receivers. The man comes in motion. It's going to be Thompson. Going to take it on the sweep, and there he goes. Is he going to get the first down?
Yep.
He does, and falls forward, and the ball comes out. I think Shelby's on it.
It's going to be.
He picked up the first down, and then the ball came loose, and it's just a matter of who got it back.
Looks like we got the ball. Looks like from the body language on the field.
I tell you, man, that was close.
And it might have gone out of bounds as well. It's right over there on the sideline.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that side of the field, but did catch a break there.
So that's a Falston Pharmacy first down and a run of 12, and Burns keeps the football with 10-16, 10-15 left to go. Must have gone on it because they were running the clock. If he'd have gone out of bounds, they would have stopped it.
You're right.
So ball's on the right hash. Let's see if they run that to the short side of the field again, Jeff. Triple wide receivers to the right. And Mooney's in the gun, and no, they fake the run to the short side. Now Mooney's going to roll. He's got a guy in the flat. He's open to the 40, 45, 50. It's a big play. It's Surratt to the 40, to the 35, hammered down, but a big first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, big time screen pass there. Surratt up across midfield all the way to the 35. Big time play by this Bulldog offense.
So that was from the 27 to the 34. So give him 23 plus 16. That's a 39-yard pass by my count.
Well, for the third time in a row, they've run a bootleg. They've run the right side, run him all the way across the field. Linebacker can't stay with him. Linebacker was right on him. He caught the ball, ran for 30 yards. I mean, you got to change. You can't. Burns will run that play all night long and score 1,000 points. I mean, you've got to change what you're doing. You can't get into that.
4 wide receivers. Norris going to take it around the right side, trying to get the corner. Good job by Shelby for shutting it down, but Norris still gets a positive play, gain of 4 on first down.
There's your run to your long side of the field there, Tom.
Yeah, there it was, and that's when old Coach Jones, I try not to match wits with him too much on football, but I guess optics of it. I mean, they go with what's pretty and glittery sometimes. And
well, right now, every play Burns runs is work, so it doesn't matter. Run to the wide side, run to the short side. I mean, a bad play for Burns so far has been the 3-yard to 5-yard gain.
Yeah, this drive started on their own 10, so they've moved the ball 60 yards. And again, it's 4 wide receivers. And in there tight, single back set again. Brian Thompson comes in motion. He'll take it. Nope, Mooney keeps it. And maybe a gain of a couple. Another chance for Shelby to stop the drive. It'd be 3rd down. I think it gave him 1.
Yeah, it took a pretty big lick there on one of the Shelby defenders. 3rd and 5 looks like on the field.
Yeah, Main Street Hardware scoreboard, 14-0 if you're just joining us. Burns has scored on his first 2 possessions, 3rd possession, and they've moved the football on every drive. This one started back on their own 10. Ball now on the Shelby 29-yard line as Mooney once again is in the shotgun. And did he get Shelby to come across? They don't call the penalty. I guess they didn't. And the linesman is calling timeout, and I think we're calling a timeout, so we're going to take it with him. We'll be right back.
Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT10.
We need you right here to get you 1 or 2 yards.
And that's exactly what they need. They need 2 yards for that first down. No, actually just 1 yard. So, yep, here comes the heavy package in, and that includes 6'6", 250, David Hobbs. It's Hobbs that's got it. Can they get the big man to go down? It's going to be a pass play, and it worked again. That's the second time they've tried that, and they are going to make their way all the way to the end zone. The ball's knocked down as the player goes in, but it's going to be ruled a touchdown. There is a flag back in the backfield. Was he possibly across the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball?
Could have been when he made that pass, and it is going to go against Concord Robinson. They will back them up. Wow, Chase avoids disaster right there.
Wow.
What a big call.
We've seen the big man Hobbs. You think he's going to run the ball, and he does run out of the pocket, but then he throws the ball sometimes. That's the dangerous thing they like to do. However, it is not going to work out for him this time.
Outside 20, 15, 10, makes another man miss, falls forward, be first and goal for the Bulldogs.
What a run. Jeremiah Norris started up the middle, cut outside, made that turn. Looks like he planted well on this wet field and all the way in. Looks like he's going to be inside the 10, so we got first and goal, Burns.
So they marked it at the 5?
I think it's going to be at 7. 7 or 8.
So they're going to mark it back at the 7. See where they're marking it. So they call that a run of 22 and another first down. That's the third first down on this drive.
Play clock down to 10 seconds.
And they're going to have to call a timeout. They're going to have to call a timeout. Okay, so we'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Get a fall service call special at Shelby Heating and Air. Shelby Heating and Air is now offering a fall service call special of just $55. That's right. Get a heating system checkup service call for just $55.
Bunker
also,
Hill.
Get up to $750.
Let's see. Bunker Hill has a 14-7 lead on Community School of Davidson at the end of the first quarter. And I'm going from memory, so that's never good. But Community School of Davidson and Bunker Hill, where'd my notes go? Oh, they're on this. Yeah, the winner of Bunker Hill Community School of Davidson will play the winner of Mount Pleasant Maiden in the third round next week. So you could have another Bunker Hill Maiden matchup in the playoffs. They already played in the regular season since they're in the same conference.
And Ryan Thompson powers his way in. No signal from an official. There it is. Touchdown. It's a numbers bookkeeping touchdown. The third touchdown for Thompson tonight, fellas.
Yeah, took that Wildcat right up the middle, just like that last one. Carried a few Shelby defenders 2 or 3 yards for the touchdown. So just like that, 20-0 Burns.
So 8 plays, 90 yards. And it took 5 minutes and 11 seconds off the clock, so another pretty time-consuming drive. And Jeff, as you talked about time of possession, key is Shelby's been out there a long time.
Yeah.
They have. Not much else to say, I guess. I can understand. Needle and Cole, extra point.
Camacho.
Camacho's Needle and Cole, extra point up.
Good.
Extra point, good. We'll be back 60 seconds.
Good.
Extra point, good. We'll be back 60 seconds.
Good.
Extra point, good.
All right there. I mean, you know, they had to have that one in a bag of tricks there, and they knew kind of what they were.
The yard. They're going to make it third and long here for the Chargers. Again, as this misting rain continues to fall. They're going to make it third and 11. Third and 11 here now for the Chargers. Again, Husky shifts his receivers. Bring the lone receiver over to the left side. Let's get with the count. Takes a snap. Looks to his right. Looks to his right. Now going downfield. And I believe he's got Malachi Addison. And it's going to be close. So it is a CSI Mechanical first down. Nice reception there by Malachi Addison. That's one thing we've seen out of this Crest team all year. They've got several receivers, and they're not afraid to go to them. So Malachi Addison with a great catch for the first down. So Husky will move his receivers again. Going to bring Green over here to the near side now. That's Husky in the backfield. That continues to be Anton Lewis at running back for Crest. He does have the Charger touchdown on the night. Husky with the count. Going to roll to his left side. Looking. He's going to keep it. He pulls it down. He's going to run with it. Pickup of about 4. So a nice run there on first down for Husky. Going to bring up about 2nd and 6 here. So about 2nd and 6 for the Crest offense. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right now for Crest. Husky calls out to his receivers. Says, here's where we're going with it, guys. Takes the snap. Going to give it to Anton Lewis this time. Lewis is going to fight. Maybe a pickup with a couple. And again, the rain down a little bit heavier than it was a minute ago. So maybe about third and 4 here, it looks like, for the Chargers. We're going to send 3 receivers now over to the left side. That's Husky. Keeps a single receiver to his right and single receiver is Green. He calls that to his receiver. So he does Lewis this side. Husky takes the snap, looking downfield, going to throw. Here comes pressure. Husky Lewis going to get it out of there. And it's going to be knocked away. Nice play there by the secondary of the Grizzlies to knock it away to keep it from the Charger receiver. They're going to bring up 4th down here for Crest. And Husky a little slow getting up. Hopefully he's okay for the Charger offense. And it looks like the Chargers going to leave the offense on the field. So Husky says, come on, let's get on back out here. So the single receiver over to the left is Green. 3 receivers over to the left side. Husky getting ready. Looks over, going to get the call from the sidelines. And we're going to get a timeout. Chargers going to call timeout, so we'll take it with them.
Mooney's in the gun. Handoff Norris, tries the left side, dances around, stutter step, puts the head down. Gets it to the 24-yard line, gain of 5, be 2nd and 5.
They made a couple cuts there. It looks like he had a pretty good firm position on the field. So it looks like it's definitely still raining, but.
So they move it back to the 25. They're only going to give him 4. So it'll be 2nd down. And that's just been the name of the game, time of possession. And I tell you what, you're really helped out. You recover 2 onside kickoffs.
Lamont Wilson checks in for Norris.
Yeah, Norris had something, an equipment issue or a helmet issue or something. He's over on the sideline right now.
So Lamont Wilson goes in motion. And it's going to be a little toss play to Ryan Thompson, who picks his way, falls forward, and Shelby stands him up at about the 22-yard line. So it'll set up 3rd down, and depends on where they spot it.
Yeah, about 3rd and 2. That's a pass. That was a shovel pass. Actually.
Yeah, it was, Jeff. You're right. That was a pass of about
3 yards.
3 yards. It was 3rd down and what, 3?
I guess 2 or 3.
2 or 3. Okay. All right, so it is 3rd down and 3. And I think it's Thompson in the Wildcats. Student body right formation again, and that's where they go. And Thompson puts the head down. I don't know. Going to depend on the spot, man.
Going to be close for sure.
So let me see where they've got it as they're going to unpile everybody. And they're going to be short, guys. Yeah. So that's a run of about 2, and it brings up 4th and 1.
Looks like the Bulldog offensive center field, the Wildcat action again.
4th down and inches.
Been successful with that tonight. Let's see what happens here.
And it's to the right. And no, he's going to take it back to the left. And he fell forward, and he's going to get it. So he's going to fall forward to the 17 and 3 yards, and another Falston Pharmacy 1st down, man.
It looked like McNeely hit him behind the line of scrimmage, but he was able to dive his way across. Another good run there by Ryan Thompson.
And John, you're welcome for the shout out. I'm sure John reminds everybody that Tom never beat him in soccer. All those times. Never beat John Wall.
John, I don't know that you ever played against John, did you? I think it was your team against John's team.
Yeah,
right?
You're right, Jeff. You're right. But you know how people say. People just assume that the coach is playing. The way they word it, the verbiage. So it is first down and 10.
Blackhawk under 5.
Yes. Winding down and handoff to Norris, who tries the left side and falls forward. He'll get about maybe 3 or 4, depends on where they spot it, be second down. And they're going to give him, I'm going to call it 4.
That'll bring up 3rd and about 6 to go for Burns here.
Second down.
Yeah, second down.
Sorry, I read that.
Second down and 6. So if you're just joining us, 21-0 on your Main Street Hardware scoreboard.
Crest leading Oak Grove 7-0. Chase leading Robinson 28-14. South Point leading Dudley 6-0.
So local teams doing well. Here it's 21-0. Burns with the football. Norris, right side, makes a tackler miss, still on his feet, and he's going to get into the end zone for a numbers bookkeeping touchdown from 13 yards out, and it's 27-0.
That was my player to watch before the game. What a cut there on the outside corner to free him for that touchdown on the right side. And Burns is in cruise control here tonight.
All right, so that puts it up to 27-0 as Burns has had the ball 4 times and 4 rushing touchdowns, 3 from Thompson and 1 now from Jeremiah Norris. And I tell you what, I couldn't have scripted if you're a Burns fan, you couldn't have scripted a better half. Scored a touchdown on all 4 possessions and recovered 2 onside kicks. What's the Vegas odds of that? As the Nealon Cole extra point, down, up, and good. 28-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Bayada Home Health Care continues to grow, and because of this growth, they are in need of new employees. See Bayada Home Health Care today.
Let's take care of the football. Let's go make it 2nd and long here for the Grizzlies. Clock continues to roll down to about 5 minutes here in the half. Reach ready. Takes the snap. Going to hand it to McGusson. Right up the middle he goes. Nice run. Going to pick up about 5, 6 yards on the run. Going to make it 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 here for the Grizzlies. We see both teams. They got their ball boys going back and forth. Say, here, I need a dry football. Give me another one. Reach ready. Hard count. Now he's going to look this sideline. Get the call. Mark Holmcomb, the head coach here. Reach going to roll to his left. Looking downfield. Going to be incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and see what the Grizzlies do here. And looks like they're going to send the punting unit back onto the field. So a nice stand there by the Crest defense. Both these defenses in this first half are playing well. It'll be green deep for the Chargers. Again, with this little bit, the rain's about stopped again. So, but you know that turf's wet right now, so any football in that grass is going to be wet. There's a snap. They get the punt off. Not a good punt at all. Going to take a little bit of a Grizzly roll, but that ball's going to roll almost right at the 49-yard line of Crest. So Crest, great field position here to start this drive. Let's see if they can capitalize. 4:17 to go here in the half. 7-0 Crest leads. No lucky Mr. Sparky's scoreboard. Only one numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown in this game so far, and that was by Anton Lewis of the Chargers. So Husky looks over to the sideline. Looks like Lewis is going to stay out there to running back as well. So 3 receivers over to his left side. Husky takes snap, looking that way. Going to go to A.J. Adams. A.J. Adams is going to make the reception. And he's going to fight, going to get us inside mechanical first down and a few more. So a nice run there by A.J. Adams of the Chargers. Seven on the stop. No, I don't have a 37, RJ. Again, man, RJ trying to figure out these numbers up here. Like I said, that those dark numerals are blending into that dark jersey. So again, but it's a CSI Mechanical first down for Chris. Three receivers over to the right side, one to the left. Give me some kind of outline or something around those numbers. Give me a white outline. Husky takes the snap, looking downfield, going to go deep with the football. And let's see. Is it going to be picked off? There's a discussion by the officials. Let's see what the discussion is. And it's going to be called incomplete. The officials called it incomplete, so we'll be bringing that one back. Going to be 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. Long discussion there by both backside officials. And they ruled it incomplete. And I believe we do. Yeah, we got an injury on the field. It looks like we got an Oak Grove player down. So an injury timeout. We'll take it with Chris Leeds. We're back in 30 seconds.
One to the right, single back set again. And that's Key, I believe. Offset just a little bit to the right. And we'll have it. Here comes Wilson again. He's going to change it. No, that was Johnny Johnson. Can't get him. As Lee gets away, Marshall McGowan can't get him. And he escapes again, and he's finally put down, but not till after he gets a gain of 3, but just a good athleticism to make something out of nothing there.
Yeah, finally finished off there. Who was that made that big hit?
Not sure. Hopefully Lee's okay.
I think it was Rankin delivered that last hit to finally put Lee on the ground.
Did we have an injury for Burns? So since we have an injury for Burns, we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. Who is that? Is that
Somebody
Nick?
said McGowan, I thought. Is that Vincent?
Yeah, it's Vincent.
Check out the fall savings at Bill Shuford Heating and Air in Shelby. Keep warm this winter with the new American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning System. Right now, get 0 APR financing for 72 months and payments as low as $85 per month. And American Standard is rated #1 in reliability. And remember, they service all brands. Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby. Online at BillShufordHVAC.com. The new car inventory.
Husky looks to the sideline. Play clock down to 15. He takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Anton Lewis. Lewis is going to plow ahead. Going to pick up some yards. Does Lewis. They're going to bring up 3rd and let's see where the mark is. 3rd and about 5. Yeah, 3rd and about 5 here for the Crest offense. Yeah,
he's okay, and that's a running play, Shelby. And it looks like a first down. It said Hollyfield's on the carry, guys.
We've seen that play much this year, Jeff. Is that a little Wildcat there at Hollyfield?
Well, he's their Wildcat back, and he had 3 touchdowns last week against Forest Hills on those type of plays. But Lee had to go out because his helmet came off the last play, and Shelby's going to take a timeout.
Timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
New Burns Bulldog merchandise has arrived at the Fallston Pharmacy in Fallston. Come check it out. Show your Burns pride with a trip to Fallston Pharmacy.
Charger offense. Clock down to 2:38 here in the first half. Offense will stay out there. 3 receivers come to the right side. He looks across the field. Happy drop straight back. Here comes pressure up the middle. Husky dodges. He's going to look. He's going to find a man open. We're going to get a CSI Mechanical first down. Do the Chargers. Good play by Husky. Kept his head up down the field. There was pressure all around by that Oak Grove defense. But Husky's able to get the ball out of there for the first down. Great play by the junior quarterback of the Chargers. Ball going to be now at the 22-yard line of the Grizzlies. We're down to 2 minutes here in the half. Husky sends 3 receivers over here to his right side. Looks like he's a here. Tell Lewis, take this football, see if you can find the end zone. He goes up the middle for a nice pickup here. Going to be about 2 yards short. You think of the first down, so second and about 7. Let's
in here for Shelby.
And it's 2nd down and 10. Double wide receivers to the right, one to the left. And, Lee slips down. That's unfortunate for Shelby as he just tried to plant the foot, and he's going to lose all the way back to the 47. So that's going to be a big loss, and we got a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Leaf season is here. Washers, air compressors, generators.
Who is going to be in at quarterback? It is going to be Rudisill again, which is no surprise.
This is why I like Rudisill running the ball, because you don't have to hand it off to the ball carrier. He gets the ball in his hands. You don't have to do that quarterback to running back exchange.
He's going to keep it. Man, he's going to be slammed down hard by one of those big defenders. No gain.
No gain on the carry there, but the clock continues to run. The clock is Chase's friend right now. If they could continue to just grind down, Robinson's had to burn 2 timeouts on plays that they wasn't sure what they were going to run on 4th down. And so I think they only have maybe 1 left in this game. That's going to be critical as this game continues to go in the 4th quarter.
You're exactly right, JB. Clock is ticking. 7:52 to go. Chase trying to go to the 3rd round, most likely a trip to Reidsville next week if they can do it, and a rematch of last year's playoffs. Right now they've still got to take care of business here on 2nd down and a long 9. Fake handoff, quarterback keeper. He's got a hole. He's to the 40, 45, 50. He's to the opposition 40, 35, 30, 20, 15. They tried to tackle him at the 7, and he breaks away. Touchdown, Rudisill. Touchdown, Chase.
Exactly what Chase needed right there. Up 20 points now on Concord Robinson. They were not able to convert on that 4th down right here. Chase has made them pay right now. Now with 7 minutes and 29 seconds left in this game, Chase commanding right here in the 4th quarter.
Rudisill is a superstar. Earlier tonight, a 72-yard touchdown run, then a 36-yard touchdown run. Ladies and gentlemen, this one's just 70 yards. He does it again. Here comes Sixtos in for the PAT, and that might have possibly put that nail in the coffin on this opposition, though we still got over 7 minutes to go. There's the kick. It's up, and it is through. Feeling better here when you talk about moving on to the 3rd round, but still some work to be done on the Stanton Enterprise McDonald scoreboard. Chase 35, Robinson 14. We'll be back in 1 minute.
8-0. Thank you to Contracted Pyrotechnics for bringing us the video broadcast today. And as always, thank you to West End Sales. And thank you to Jackie Senafani, my lovely wife, who is also watching from home tonight. Thank you, Jackie. I will see you after the game.
You know what I mean? It's like somebody's...
So we've got the hands team in for East Lincoln.
Running that 5-3 dime.
5-3 dime. You got 10 players for East Lincoln within 5 yards of the 50-yard line. Only Keandre Walker is back to receive if they actually kick it. So Martin will kick off. So Burns is pulling away from Shelby, and it's kind of bounced down the field. Walker picks it up. Gets towards the left sideline. He's upended, and he's still grabbing at his leg. Gets out to the 25-yard line. Yeah, he's grabbing at the leg. He's still down on the field. So Burns is pulling away from Shelby. This may be the first year I can remember Shelby doesn't get at least to the 3rd or 4th or even the Western final in the playoffs. That's a down year for them. So Walker
out of the game now.
Needs to be out of the game.
They should have hit his helmet the first time.
And you can't trust the kids to give you a straight answer. They want to play.
No, he talked them into that at halftime.
I'm sure he did. So he's up. not walking too well. So out-of-town soccer score, Ashboro has defeated East Lincoln, so their season is over. They are 18-5-2, getting to the 4th round of the playoffs, just one short of going to the state semis. So 1-0 is the final in the soccer game here. On the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's 28-7, East Lincoln in control. They have the ball at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Man in motion. It's Markel Clark, but Mizell slips out the backside. He's got open space, scoots out of bounds, gain of 13, and a first down. Nice design there. Most of the receivers were to the right side of the formation. Mizell slips out through the left side and gets the first down at the 38-yard line. Another Turner Hauser Insurance first down. Same formation here. 3 wide receivers to the right. Handoff is Daly. Not much there. He's met at the line of scrimmage. So the tackle made by the 62, Jesse Bledsoe.
No gain.
No gain on the play. But importantly, the clock is running.
Yep, no loss either, and then lost time.
Mizell rolls out to the right, looks downfield. He's looking for Markel Clark, but he overthrows him, and it'll be incomplete. It's hard to tell. It's Markel Clark. He's got a hoodie hanging out the back of his uniform, covers up his number. So the wide receivers right now for the Mustangs, you've got Clark, Shropshire, Beam on this side, and on the far side of the field, Landon Gleason.
Wouldn't think that would be legal, have a hoodie hanging out.
Well, is it a horse collar if you grab by that? So a legal procedure on the Mustangs. Play clock was only at 6, so it wasn't that. So they will lose 5 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 15. About the longest third down they've had all night.
8 some more clock.
Even we adding it up at halftime, Tuscola had run 38 plays. East Lincoln only 16, but they were ahead 21-0.
Yep.
Mizell back to pass, flush out of the pocket, throws it over the middle, looking for Clark again, going across.
Screen, but he
threw it behind him.
He threw it right.
He threw it back behind him, and so for the first time tonight, East Lincoln is going to have to punt.
26, Jordan Butler on the coverage for the Mountaineers.
So Ben Cutter will be in to punt. Back to receive the kick is quarterback Jet Benson for the Mountaineers. Sideline warning again for Tuscola. I think that's about the second time. Snap back to Cutter. He does a bit of the rugby stuff. Low kick.
East Lincoln player touched it.
East Lincoln player touched it.
Saw it. Mark it down at the 35.
Yeah, they've got it. Yeah, good call by the official there. Player for East Lincoln batted it as he ran by because it took a hop backwards. So they mark it at the 35. It'll be first down for Tuscola. Inside a minute to go in the third quarter. Hand off to Rodriguez up the middle. Good gain on first down. He gets out to the 40, 5 yards. before he's met by the linebacker core for the Mustangs. Hurry up offense. Snap again. Rodriguez slips a little, maintains his footing.
You only got about 2 that time.
To get about 2 yards. He almost slipped and fell in the backfield, but was able to work it forward, and it'll be 3rd and 3.
Hope another snap gets away from the quarterback.
Another
He's
snap.
just going to kneel
well,
on it.
We've got a penalty on this side, East Lincoln.
Oh,
It's
big
going
boy
to be
wasn't off the
offside.
field.
Well, not even that. They called offside.
It's unfortunate with the bad snap and all.
It would have been a long 4th down.
Yeah, they would have to kick that away.
So that'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for Tuscola.
And an offside call go against the Mustangs.
5 seconds to go in the quarter, and that's going to do it. So we'll be back with the 4th quarter. East Lincoln leads 28-7 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. 28-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds after this timeout.
We got a flag, stoppage of play here. Was all those touchdowns brought to you by Numbers Tax and Bookkeeping of Shelby. Let's see what the call is on the field. And we got offsides going against Oak Grove, and that may change Crest's plans. They're sending the offense back on the field of the Chargers. Of course, all those penalties, we talked about them. Butler's Tire and Auto of Kings Mountain. So 13-0. And Crest will send the offense back on the field. Looks like they're going to line up in a little bit of a power set now of the Chargers. Maybe a little bit of a wildcat. That's exactly what, yeah. But Hudson's going to get under center with it. Let's see what he does. He's going to give it off to Mitchell, and Derek Mitchell's going to plow into the middle of the line. And let's see, we got a 2-point conversion good. So the Chargers take the lead, 15-0 on the number one Mr. Sparky scoreboard. You're listening to high school football right here on WOHS. We are back in 30 seconds.
People ask, why are prices on furniture at Cummings Furniture in Shelby?
Tomorrow could be some gusty winds as well, could be some flooding. They're expecting more of that to go east in the last weather report I heard. But then again, these two teams and many other teams went ahead and got in their games tonight. Chase a little confused on what to do before the punt, so they are going to burn a timeout here.
One thing I will say about Chase, they've always had such great grass here to play on. I mean, look at the field. It's been raining since we've been here tonight. It is still a great field to play on right now, even with all the heavy downpours we've had at times tonight. This field holds up beautifully, and credit to those individuals who's able to keep this playing field nice looking for the Trojans.
We've got an update on the Reidsville game. Reidsville still with the lead, but it's a little closer, 29-18, and that game might be close to going to the fourth if it hadn't already.
It should be getting close to the fourth quarter in that game there. If Reidsville can hold on there, we'll see another matchup of the second-round matchup that we had last year, Trojans versus Reidsville.
Time for the punt of the pigskin. Punt of the pigskin presented by BAM LLC on the side of its support. They do it for businesses, schools, and churches. Be worth your time to talk to them. High snap on that one, and also whistles blown and flags before the punt can be kicked.
Offsides on the defense will be the call there. Trying to get in there and block that kick there. They've had a lot of those errors tonight, that just cost them yards here and there, some bad turnovers. They've had a lot of costly things that happened to them that probably why they're down 3 scores right now.
Their leading rusher, Naylidge Wright, is awaiting this punt of the pigskin. It's going to bounce in front of him. It's going to go through his fingers, and he's going to let it help get it out of bounds at the 6-yard line before there was another turnover in this game. But the bad news is that his team on offense is going to have to line up at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, we mentioned those things. There's another one of those little things that's come up tonight. Just not able to corral the football when it was punted to him. Not able to get it, and the initial grab there cost them probably 10 yards on there. So those little things add up, and tonight it's added up for the Bulldogs.
You have to look at it like this. This is a talented team. They had won 9 games in a row, but they've been used to pulling it out, and a lot of times they do it in the second half when they've had some close games. And a lot of their games are not close, just like Chase is used to. But they had to come from being down 6-0 at halftime last week. That's not a big margin to take care of. They had to beat a team with a losing record in overtime with about 3 weeks to go in the regular season. How do you respond when you're in this kind of a game? And to me, as we just see a quarterback keeper for a short game there, JB, for me, it's about the response of Chase. Remember how we were getting a little concerned? It was 21-0, and then all of a sudden we look up and it's 21-14. It was how Chase responded to that really turned things around.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The response was by the Trojans on that kickoff return, because that pretty much turned this game. It was a 7-point game at that point in time. The kickoff made it 14, and Chase has dominated ever since.
Naylor, you're right, on the run again, and that's one of his better carries as he breaks through the defensive line to at least get to the 16-yard line. This is a young man, and I know he's only 5'5", but he's run all over people this season, and that's not been the case for the most part tonight.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast. I got to hit a button so me and Dennis can hear ourselves. How about that, Dennis? You hear me?
Hey, it sounds a lot better.
It doesn't look better, though, does it?
No.
Well, good evening, everybody. You've been watching the Red Zone channel. Halftime scores across the board. You see what we got right here, guys. Looking at their scoreboard, 1A, 2A, 3A, left to right. The matchups are the teams, who they're up against is who they'll play. So we can kind of go down through what we have now and prognosticate a little bit. Let's start in a 1A, Dennis. Number 17, Mountain Heritage is only down 2 at the number 1 seed, Eastern Randolph right now.
We talked about how seedings can turn out to be funny. Sometimes you're a lower seed because you finished second in your conference, but your conference is a lot stronger than the guy that got the number 1 seed or higher seed.
So if Eastern Randolph right now would obviously host the winner of Robbinsville and Cherokee. Robbinsville right now up 20-0 on the Cherokee Braves. Christ the King and Hayesville tied 7-7 last time I checked.
Yeah.
That's 12 seed Hayesville at the 5 seed Christ the King. Mount Airy is the 4 seed. They're up 22-0 over North Rowan. So Mount Airy, if they win, would host either Christ the King or Hayesville. Mitchell and Drone don't play till Friday night, so they're scouting tonight. Swain County at Thomasville. Thomasville, the 3 seed, is up 6-0 right now over the Maroon Devils. Murphy was down 21-6. Dennis, they now lead 24-21 over East Wilkes. If they win, they would travel to Andrews or host Mountain Island Charter. Andrews, the 2 seed, is up 14-0 right now.
I'm surprised it's not higher than that.
Mountain Island's giving them a little bit of something. It was they just scored that 14 like just a second ago. I just changed that. Over to the 2A. Let's find our magical brackets. Reedsville leading as what we thought. Chase is leading as what we thought. Both teams up 35 to something in the teens right now. Chase is in the 4th quarter. Now, I don't know when Reedsville started, but Chase's game's almost over, so they're trying to put the nail in the coffin on that one, Dennis. They started at 6 o'clock today as well as that East Lincoln game did.
Yeah.
So, Chase, if they win, Dennis, a rematch from last year, they'll go to Reedsville. You know what? I guess we could do a little research here.
Yeah.
And see how bad that was for Chase last year. Do you remember?
I do not recall. I know they got beat.
Let's see. We can pull it up real quick. It won't take but just a second here. Let's go to 2022. Last year, 56-24.
Ooh.
So high-scoring game there. 80 points in the game. So rematch for that one if Chase and Reedsville both hold on tonight. Maiden doesn't play till tomorrow night.
Yeah.
If they win, they could be hosting a familiar foe in Bunker Hill, but Bunker Hill's up 1 right now.
Yeah.
At Community School of Davidson. So the Bears, their only loss this year is to the Maiden Blue Devils, and I think it was a 3-point game or something like that. It was a close game.
Yeah, and Community School of Davidson is highly ranked and has been very good this year. And they have a very dangerous quarterback, as you mentioned in the pregame.
Well, them and Pine Lake Prep, they're both here in our playoffs in the second round, Dennis. They used to be in Cherryville and Bessemer's conference for years.
They did.
And they've obviously improved their programs in that, and they moved up to 2A. I mean, they were 1A schools, they're sitting pretty in the 2A right now.
And I couldn't figure out, they tried to sort of separate those, quote, charter schools from the other schools, but then they got Thomas Jefferson in there. What's the difference?
What it is, Dennis, from what I can tell, is Terry just sent me 14-0. It's 21 He's up to date on Reidsville, but he's like an hour behind on all the other ones. So they don't want to play the charter schools to be in the same conference as a county school that they're in.
Oh, that they're in.
Right.
Since Thomas Jefferson is not in the county, they can play them.
Right. They can play Cherryville, but so Highland Tech's not a charter school. It's a magnet.
Okay.
So for the different rules on that, that's why they're allowed to be in that. So that's why Mountain Island Charter is not in the conference with them, is that they don't want these charter schools pulling
kids
players
from the same
from the
county.
actual team they're playing against in the county. So I guess that's the reason. But I don't know if the state does that or if that's just a request from the local schools or what. But that's pretty much how the state did the brackets. Is that any of the charter schools are not in a conference with a county school. So.
Well, it used to be sort of an unwritten rule that let's just theorize here that some school like Thomas Jefferson had a football team and they wanted to play some school like Shelby or Burns. You wouldn't play them because they were a charter school and you were a public school.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason behind that was the very thing that you sort of alluded to, was because they could sort of recruit players away from those teams.
Right.
And tax dollars. They could recruit tax dollars away from those schools. It's all about them Benjamins. You know how it is.
Over on the other side of the bracket, the Bulldogs up heavily on the Shelby Golden Lions, 28-0. Chase is a final, 35-14, Dennis. So that is a final on your
Chase
scorebook.
is
so
a
Chase
final.
Advances to play what's looking like the Reidsville Rams once again in the third round. And we talked about this the last few weeks. We were hoping Chase would be on the other side of the bracket so we could see them maybe against one of our local teams here. But
I messed up on my prediction, Wayne Weatherspoon. If you're listening out there, you can grumble about that one. I had it Chase 34, Robinson 21, and it turned out 35-14. So I just messed up real bad.
So Trojans improved to 12-0 on the season, 23 power points now, Dennis, and they've give up a grand total of 126 points in 12 games. So just over 10 points a game, 12.5, 10.5 to be exact there for the Trojans. So our first victory in the third round goes to the Chase Trojans tonight, folks. So Trojans move ahead. So down there, Salisbury's up 21-0 over Pine Lake Prep. Salisbury would come to Burns next week if Burns and Salisbury hold on to that. Monroe's up 21-7 over Lincoln right now. Hendersonville scores at halftime at the end of the half, making it 13-13. So Hendersonville ties the game up at halftime. They're at East Surrey tonight, 13-13. If Hendersonville wins, they would have to go to Monroe. If East Surrey wins, Monroe would have to go to East Surrey. So there's your 2A up-to-date brackets and scores.
I think what you're going to end up, and we're projecting here, is that you're going to end up somewhere down the road with Monroe coming to Lawndale. But
Let's see.
That's a couple of clicks away.
Yeah, just 2 weeks. You think Monroe's going to handle East Surrey?
Yep.
All right. So Monroe would be at East Surrey or hosting Hendersonville. So Monroe might be in Lawndale in a couple of weeks. Let's see any other updates before we get back to the 3A that's come across the board while I've been reading.
Oh, and by the way, going back to some pre-comments, if you will, from our colleague who's not here tonight, just to defend him. He says the winner of this Burns-Shelby Lions game will be the next state champion. So
he might be right.
send your cards and letters.
He might not be wrong.
Yeah.
He just didn't want to pick the Bulldogs. Is that what it was, Dennis?
Well, you remember his alma mater has a line in it.
Kings Mountain and Smoky Mountain and not playing tonight, and High Brighton and West Charlotte not playing tonight. Those teams, the winners of those, will match up against each other. Northwest Cabarrus at home down 14-7 to Ledford right now in the 3A. Northwest Cabarrus is let's find the seed, 5 seed. Ledford the 12. East Lincoln up 28-7 right now against Tuscola. They're the 4 seed against the 13. East Lincoln would be at home next week no matter what. What we're looking forward to is maybe a future East Lincoln at Kings Mountain matchup in 2 weeks.
Well, before we get there, I think you're probably going to end up seeing an East Lincoln Ledford.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, Ledford at one point was undefeated. I think they ended up 10-1 with their record, and some people were saying they were the better team in that conference.
Oh.
So that could be, a tough nut to crack, for East Lincoln there.
So the rest of that side of the bracket, jump down to Crest, up 15-0 at Oak Grove right now. If they can hold on to that, they would either travel to Dudley or South Point. Dudley's up 21-13 right now. So Robbie and them just stay out there in Greensboro this week.
You're going to pay the bill there for food and lodging. I will remind people at this point, and we said earlier on the pregame, in the last 5 games, Kevin, Crest has outscored their opponents 150-0.
Pretty good.
The second half looks good. The first half is what troubles me because they've never got off to a quick start, and here they're up 15-0.
There you go. South Point just scored, making it 21-20.
There you go.
Dudley, so you got a chance to still not have to go to Greensboro, Dennis. So you keep it in the area.
But then we'd have to go to Belmont.
Yeah, well, Monroe pulls out away from Lincoln, and right now it's now 28-7 Redhawks over the Wolves. The last one there, Eastern Guilford up 27-21 over Irwin. They'd play the winner of West Rowan and West Henderson, who plays tomorrow. Let's send it back out. Dennis, you got any more comments or anything before we send it back out?
I think we've got a pretty good picture of what's going on at the halftime level that could change in some of these games in the second half.
Folks, we're probably going to stay on close to about 10 o'clock or at least till about 15 to 30 minutes after the end of the Burns or Crest game, whichever one ends last. Over the middle pass just dropped by the Bulldogs right there. But, folks, we're going to send you right back out now. It's 28-0. Bulldogs have the ball, and they are driving. They're on the 7-yard line right now. And the Bulldogs, Dennis, Shelby, here in North Carolina, for the folks that they're out and about, not here in North Carolina, don't know anything about the grass. The grass turns yellow here, basically, the football grass, that Bermuda grass here in the fall. And
except in Kings Mountain.
Yeah. Now, Shelby usually paints their lines black.
Yes.
During this part of the season, that looks great. This is the first time. I don't know if they've done it before.
Blue.
But the Bulldogs, they have blue lines out there tonight, Dennis. That looks pretty cool.
There you go.
Bulldogs in the blue, all blue tonight, blue tops, dark navy blue tops, and light blue bottoms. I guess it's Columbia blue is what they call it. Punt inside the 5. Ooh. Nice punt, Bulldogs. We'll leave it right there. We're going to send it to Tom and see if the Bulldogs can get a safety out of that. Guys, we'll be back after the games again, about a 15 to 30-minute quick wrap-up post-game show tonight. Tomorrow night, Kings Mountain and Smoky Mountain, and then we'll have a post-game show live here from the studios on ktcbroadcasting.com.
Just remind our listeners, the broadcast brought to you by West End Sales and Contracted Pyrotechnics. Main Street Hardware scoreboard, 28-0 as Shelby's backed up, but they do have their first stop of the game. That's got to give them a little bit of confidence.
Burns looking for a possible safety now.
Yeah, see if they come after him. They're going to try to run the ball out, and they get a couple of yards, maybe 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And I don't know, Shelby may play it conservative on 1st and 2nd down. Let's see what they do. And Avante Maddox coming out, limping a little bit. Did have a bit of an ankle issue before the game. And
I was glad to see him suited up. I know we talked, pregame that he was questionable. But
yep.
Glad to see him get some action.
So we're going to let it up. There's your long pass, Matt, and just overthrown. So that's the overthrown pass there, and they did have single coverage, looked like, Jeff.
Yeah, Jakeith Hamilton that's the first time there's been just a little bit of separation between Hamilton and the defensive back, but the ball was thrown just a little too far. And actually, Jakeith was looking over his inside shoulder, and it went over his outside shoulder, and that's a really tough catch.
Yeah,
it's a big 3rd and 7 here from essentially their own goal line.
He's in the shotgun. Lee's in the shotgun. Excuse me. He's going to let it go again. I think that's Hamilton overthrew him. And just a little too much air under both those passes, Jeff.
It's been a little uncharacteristic. We've usually seen him connect on those throws. And like I say, wonder if the field conditions play a factor in that. A lot of his balls have kind of sailed high on him tonight.
Yeah, he's been a little bit he's thrown it a little high tonight.
So it is 4th down and 8, and Shelby a quick 3 and out. And they'll be forced to punt as they're inside their own 10.
Ryan Thompson back deep for Burns, looks like.
Let's see here. And deep.
Not playing back too far. I don't know if they're.
No, they're just making sure. They're not even going to drop anybody back. They're just going to let this punt roll, and it's going to be a pretty good punt. And it's going to roll dead right about at the midfield stripe. But Burns will take that. Now they possess the ball with 9:04 left to go, third quarter, right about the midfield stripe. So just joining us, 28-0. Teams have traded punts, but Burns will take that right now. And let's see if they try to work a little clock, a couple incomplete passes. They didn't possess the ball very long on their first drive.
We'll give a shout out to Matt and Reva Holland. Thanks for listening. Also, Jeff Allen down there in Gaffney tuned in. Thanks, as always, for all of our loyal listeners out here.
And we do appreciate all the people who listen every week. And John Grigg, I will go back and look at that. I saw that he texted in about that illegal touching play. And thanks for listening. Norris falls forward, gain of 5. And that's what you want if you're Burns. Just a series of body blows, 5- and 6-yard runs, and keep that clock moving. So they're going to put it down right at the 45-yard line, 2nd down and 5. And let's see if was that Lamont Wilson coming in? He will, and Norris comes out. Looks like maybe he got dinged a little bit, coming off under his own power.
Wilson's been a good change of pace back for us tonight, all year really.
Plays great defense.
Oh, yeah. He's a good all-around player for sure.
And it is 2nd down, 5. Mooney, toss play. Wilson looks for a block, got the corner, puts the head down. Maybe got 3, set up 3rd down and maybe 2 yards to go. So I think it's a final. Chase defeats Robinson, guys, 35-14. So congratulations to Chris Cogdell and his guys moving on to the 3rd round. What a job Chris Cogdell's done at Chase.
I say that's going to be a tough team down the road for anybody who plays them.
Undefeated.
It's not a team you want to face.
Undefeated 8th seed. I mean,
Well, that's where your RPI comes in.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, I'd still be mad. I don't care. Student body right here, got the Wildcat, and Thompson fakes it, tries up the middle. This time Shelby's ready and denies him.
Yeah, I think it's
no
lose a
gain.
yard actually that time.
And you're right, Jeff. They do mark it back 1, so a tackle for loss for the Golden Lions, and that's what you want if they're your Golden Lions. A 3 and out, force Burns to punt. 7-17, 7-16 left to go, but they've got to turn one of these into points.
Well, that clock is running, Tom. That's the big thing right now. Down 28-0.
Well, Shelby's possessed it for an entire 47 seconds in this second half. So,
well, reminiscent of the first matchup when we held it for most of the 3rd quarter.
And your cousin Caleb Royster listening in, Matt Royster.
All right, good to hear you listening, Caleb.
And a punt. And Burns coaches thought he was offside, but it's not a very good punt. It depends on where they mark it.
Looked like it's offsides, but wasn't called on the field.
Let's see. Where are they going to put that ball down? 33.5 yard lines, where they say.
advances in the second round of the playoffs as they beat Tuscola 35-7. We'll be back with the post-game show brought to you by United Bank with locations in Lincolnton, Boger City, Denver, and Vail. We'll be back with a post-game show after this 2-minute timeout.
Ball at the Chris 40-yard line. Two back to the left. Creech takes the snap. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7 here for the Oak Grove Grizzlies. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go again. It's Oak Grove. There's a snap. This time for the Oak Grove Grizzlies. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go again. It's Oak Grove. There's a snap. This time Creech is going to keep it himself. Go around the right side. He's going to look for yardage. Let's see. And he's going to get a first down. And see, it's time mechanical first down for Oak Grove. This is a stop the ball. Oak Grove says, get me back to the line of scrimmage. Let's do it again. Quickly they are. Chris looking for signs defensively. There's going to be the handoff to McGuffin. He's going to go in the middle of that Chris defense again. Pick up about 3 once again. They bring up 2nd down, 2nd and about 7 here for Oak Grove. Ready to go again. They've got 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right, looking to the sidelines for the call. Creech makes the call, puts McGuffin to his right side. There's the snap. This time he's going to hand to McGuffin. McGuffin's going to go to the outside with it. Let's pick up positive yardage. See what they're going to spot it at. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down and about 2. 3rd down and about 2. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Oak Grove again. Hard count. He says, let's slow it down. Now Chris is going to get some guys in other places. They look over to the sideline to the Grizzlies. This time to Guffin to his right side. There's the handoff. And nothing doing. Chris is there waiting on him this time. Nice stop there by the interior of the Chris defense. Going to make it 4th down. Let's see. Now he actually, for a loss, lost about 2. Going to bring up 4th and 4 here for Oak Grove. Guffin to his right side again. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to try to get a quick pass out there. They do. And let's see. The ball's out. Let's see. Looking to see what the call is. And it looks like the ball was there. The ball was out. It wasn't the first down. Chris is taking over offensively. Never did get a sign from the official. So it's going to be turnover on downs for the Grizzlies. So Chris will take over. Big defensive stop here in the opening siege for Chris. Chris comes back out. The ball out about, I think, about their own 19-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Lesky takes the snap. He's going to hand the football off. Not much there. Let's see, a pickup, about 1. Hayden Carson getting the carry there. We saw Anton Lewis get a lot of carries there in the first half. Hayden Carson this time out there getting the run for the Chargers. Picks up a yard. Going to make it 2nd and 9. .8:44 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Let's get ready. Long count this time. No hurry from Chris. He drops straight back, looking downfield. He's going to go deep. And there's nobody down there. Ball's going to fall to the turf. Incomplete. That's going to make it 3rd and 9 now for the Chargers. Looks like Chris, one of the linemen kind of gingerly getting up. Like that's number 54 for Chris. Like he's trying to stretch something out. Hopefully he's okay. RJ's checking it out. RJ, who is that? Chris quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers to Huskies right. There's the count. He's going to roll that direction, looking downfield, and it's going to be caught. That's A.J. Adams on the reception. That's going to be a CSI Mechanical first down. We got a flag coming in late. That may be a face mask. Let's see what the call is. There wasn't any other Chargers around when that flag came in other than Adams. And it is a face mask against the Grizzlies. So they'll mark it off. We'll see where they spot the ball. Ball going to be spotted at about the 43-yard line of Chris. The first down, CSI Mechanical first down here for the Chargers. Husky will send 3 receivers over to his left side, 1 receiver to his right. The receiver to his right is Malachi Addison. Chargers look to the sideline, get the play call. Husky says something to his receivers. There's the snap. They're going to give it to Aiden Carson. Aiden Carson with the football. Going to pick up about 5. A nice first down run there for Aiden Carson. And, hey, how about the Chase Trojans getting a victory at 35-14 over J.M. Robinson. Nice win there by Chase. Congratulations to them. 2nd and 4 for the Chargers. Again, a handoff to Aiden Carson. He dodges the receiver. He breaks in the middle. And Aiden Carson says, I'm going to check out. Chargers touchdown. That's going to put the Chargers ahead now, 21-0 the Bill Malarkey, Mr. Sparky Scoreboard. RJ, we didn't see him much in the first half. It was Anton Lewis. Aiden Carson said, Coach, give me the rock. I want to tote it, baby. And he took it to the end zone for a touchdown. 21-0 now the Chargers lead on that No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky Scoreboard. Sanchez will be out to attempt the extra point here for Chris. There's the snap. Ball is down. The kick is up. And that kick is good. On the No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky Scoreboard, Chris. 22-0.
Yeah, I tell you, this is it's kind of like a stalemate in the second half, but you're going to take that if you're Burns, Well, we'll trade punts. We're fine with that with a 28-point lead. So it is 28-0 with close to 5 minutes, 4:56 left to go, and Berkowitz going to get it off. A little bit of pressure was coming, but he gets it away pretty easily. And I'm not sure where that went out of bounds, guys, so we'll see where they spot it.
Pretty good hang time there by Berkowitz.
So 4 minutes and 49 seconds left to go. Gosh, they're going to spot it all the way at the 40. They're still going, guys.
Tony Beaver said 47-yard line.
Yeah, Burns will take it on their own 47-yard line. That drive just was killed by that blindside block penalty. And as Jeff told you, and as Josh Briscoe, I appreciate you texting in. Josh's been around football a long time, agreed with Jeff. Yep, but spot foul behind the line of scrimmage. That's a devastating penalty.
Yeah, and you don't call that unless it's obvious.
Because it is so devastating.
It's a dangerous block, and that's why you call it.
Yeah. So Norris bottled up, gets away somehow, and that's about as exciting as getting back to the line of scrimmage gets.
Yeah, tried to dance around a little bit there, but lost his footing. No gain, as you said, on the play.
They got to mark him for a loss.
Yep. How many times, though, have you seen, Norris and Thompson look like they're going to go down and they pick up 5 or 6 after that? So until they're down on the ground, everybody needs to run to the football because they have done a great job of squirming out of tackles.
Mm-hmm. It's just great balance there by the running backs too. So
especially with a wet field like they've had tonight.
It looks like the rain has subsided a little bit, though. It doesn't look like it's coming down. And so it's 2nd down and 12. Thompson takes the sweep around the right side, goes forward, has 5, has about 9 yards maybe, and it'll set up 8 or 9. It'll set up around 3 or 4 yards to go.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, good patient run there by Thompson. Looks like we do have a timeout on the field.
Yeah, we got an injured player, and it might be a Shelby player for a change.
All right, so we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Heavy drizzle, and then it goes away. There's the snap again. Again, the Creek's going to keep it this time. And a nice run there by the junior running quarterback. be enough for a CSI Mechanical first down. Into Crest territory. Go the Grizzlies. Evidently, the Crest 41-yard line. Back quickly to the line of scrimmage. Hard count. Nothing doing. He looks to the sidelines now. Reach takes the snap. He's going to keep it again this time. We got a flag. See what the flag is. Positive yardage there by Creech as he took it up into the middle of that Crest defense. We'll see what the flag is. I think, number 70. You could tell, OJ, 77 was out there holding his hands out thinking, wait a minute, you didn't call it on me, did you? And he was very, he did a guy on him, so they're going to back him up on that one. It's going to bring it a first down, first and long now for the Grizzlies of Oak Grove. It'll be first and 16 now for the Grizzlies. On the 48-yard line. Breach brings a man in motion. There's the snap. Going to give it to that big running back. Tell you what, he said, get on my back. I'll take you for a ride. That's what he does with some of those Crest defenders. In fact, Crest slow with the defender getting up. Cole Crocker on the stop. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Grizzlies. Clock continues to run. 6:04 to go here in the third quarter. He's looking to pass. Going to be caught. Not enough for a first down. We're going to make it 3rd and short. See what we got here. Third and about 3. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. The Grizzlies, Chris, getting guys on and off the field. But there, just again, that quick clap, but nothing doing. And he looks over to his sidelines, does Creech. Holcomb's over there making the call for him. There's the snap. He's going to keep it this time. Does Creech. Right in the middle of the field. And he's going to take it all the way to the Utah for a touchdown. All those touchdowns brought to you by Numbers, Tax, and Bookkeeping of Shelby. And the Oak Grove Grizzlies are on the board thanks to that run by Connor Creech. Let's see what they decide to do here. See if Oak Grove will keep the offense out or if they'll put the defense on the field. Excuse me, the field. Looks like it is going to be the offense. Reach out there with his fullback. Play clock down to 10 seconds. They bring a man in motion. Reach going to teach it. And let's see, and he's going to get in for the 2-point conversion to the Grizzlies. And that's going to make it now 22-8 on the Milwaukee District Sparky scoreboard. A WesternSales.com broadcast right here on the WHS. We're back in 30 seconds.
If you're ready to so Mooney. And as we said, the rain has let up. I don't even really think it's raining at all right now.
Might be a little slight miss, but not much at all.
And kick up. Let's see if it's good. It is good. Nealon Cole extra point good. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Dellinger's Jewel Shop in Kings Mountain is
touchdown run for the Grizzlies. They bring the kicking team out on the field ready for that Jam and Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff. Make sure you stay tuned with us after the game tonight, as we'll have our post-game show brought to you by Stamey Funeral Home of Boston. We'll have our recap of the game brought to you by Oakie's Tire and Recapping. Defensive player of the game brought to you by Mojo Power Sports. The defensive player of the game brought to you by Homestar Financial. And our overall player of the game brought to you by SNR Auto Sale. Looks like it's number 81, Aiden Dillard out there to kick off for Oak Grove. Green and Addison beat for Crest. There's the kick, going to be a high pooch kick. Crest will just fair catch it. And they'll fall on it right there. Get good starting field position for Crest. They'll start on about the 36-yard line. Let's see if Crest can respond here after that nice touchdown drive by the Grizzlies. Cole Crocker, the one making the fair catch call. So Husky brings that offense back out there. We've got two receivers right, two left. Hayden Carson in the backfield with Husky. Husky talking to his receivers. Sean Corey out there is one of them. Husky ready. Takes a snap, drop straight pass, looking to pass, going to get a completion down the field. That's a CSI Mechanical first down for the Chargers. We got a flag. We got a little bit of late hit on that far sideline. We'll see what the call is. Waiting on the head official to come over and make the call. We got a personal foul against Oak Grove, so I'll give Crest 15 more. So just like that, Crest quickly into Oak Grove territory on this drive. They'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line of the Grizzlies. Two receivers left, two to the right again for Crest. Still Aiden Carson in the backfield. Green said, wait, what's the call? Okay, I got you. We're ready. Husky ready takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, looking to throw. Going to get it out there to Deshaun Corey. Corey with the reception. So a nice catch there. Gain of about 7. RJ thinks he's spotting for me tonight. I appreciate it, RJ. We dealing with some equipment stuff tonight, Dave. We're still going to make sure we do everything we can to bring you the excitement of this game tonight here as Crest and Oak Grove tangle on the field. 2nd and 8 here for Crest. Clock down, 5:09 to go in the third quarter, 22-8. Crest leads. Three receivers to the far side now for Husky. There's the snap. He's going to give it to Aiden Carson. Carson tries to get to the outside. He continues to fight. He's going to plow ahead enough for a CSI Mechanical first down there for Aiden Carson. So, again, that great drive there by the Grizzlies led to a score. Crest now trying to respond. Crest will send a single receiver over here to the far side. That's Green. Three receivers over to his left. Carson still in the backfield with Husky. Husky takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Carson again. Carson's going to fight in the middle of the field. He's going to get through that. He's going to be awfully close to another first down for the Chargers. And the official says, yes, let's give him a CSI Mechanical first down. So just like that, Chris is back down the field trying to respond to that score by the Grizzlies. Husky looks. He's going to keep himself this time. He's going to throw it. Ball's going to be caught over there. And walking into the end zone, I do believe, is Malachi Addison for the touchdown. Crest is able to respond. Now 28-8 on the Nova Larky Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Nelson Sanchez out onto the field to take the extra point. .4:13 to go here in the third quarter. And Crest does respond to that touchdown by the Grizzlies. Sanchez with the kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good on the Nova Larky Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Crest leads 29-8, 4:13 to go. You're listening to high school football right on WHS, a WestEndSales.com broadcast. We're back in 30 seconds.
If you live in a mobile home, or maybe you own a mobile home park, either way, listen up. H&M Industries in Shelby.
The game's out of reach. It's 5 touchdowns. I'd say this would more than likely be their last series.
I would
say
maybe 1 or 2 more possessions. Who knows?
Yeah, I would say maybe this one. Maybe it depends on where this ends. I think they're going to take it down and let this. No, they can't. They have to run the play. Thompson, right side. How many times have we seen this? There it goes. He's breaking free. 50, wow. 45, 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. But somebody's saying there's a flag. So it's coming back.
Man, what a run there by Ryan Thompson. Took it pretty well untouched on the right side. Probably going to come back
holding against Burns. So, bring it back.
Man, what a run, though.
I tell you what, that was just an outstanding run.
I'll drop them back 10. Looks like it'll be about the. Well, they haven't spotted it yet. Let's see. About the 17-yard line, 16-yard line.
Yep. So that's a big penalty. Yeah, 10-yard penalty. So that's going to put it back at the 17-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 13, 14, somewhere in there. So there is 0.8 seconds left to go, so they have to run one more play in this quarter. And Mooney in the gun, and he'll give it to Norris, who dances. And no, it's Lamont Wilson. He breaks free momentarily and gets into the second level, and there's some extracurriculars going on downfield. And hopefully everybody's okay.
That'll be the end of the third quarter.
That'll be the end of the third quarter, so we'll be back. It's Burns 35-0. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales and Contracted Pyrotechnics.
Get up. Hopefully that young man's okay. There's going to be a stoppage of play as they come out and check on him. Let's see. We're going to take a break as they're working on him. You listen to high school football here on WOHS. We're back in 30 seconds. Back in 30 seconds.
Old Tom Turkey is scared out of his wits. Old Jim here just purchased a brand new Traeger grill from Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain. Hometown Hardware is your Traeger grill headquarters. In addition to grills, you'll find Traeger accessories, including pellets, sauces, and rubs, and turkey brine kits too. Plus, see the line of Lodge cast iron cookware and Marlin Pro cutlery. That's Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue in Kings Mountain. Online at hometown-hardware.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
We're back here at Oak Grove Stadium. McGuffin's okay. It's like he was cramped. Man plays starting linebacker for this football team, and he's a running back as well. So, he's going to be missed. Look, slide back there to running back spot. We mentioned number 27. That's Tuttle now in the backfield. He's going to roll out. Preacher's going to pass it. That's going to be caught out there by number 22. Two Crest defenders actually going to take each other out, and they're going to get him out of bounds, but not before he picks up nice yards. He gets a first down. It looks like Crest has got a guy down. We'll have to see who that is as well. It's going to be a CSI Mechanical first down for the Oak Grove Grizzlies. But Crest does have a player down, so we're going to have to take another injury timeout. Again, Crest leads 29-8 on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We're back in 30 seconds.
Making some good blocks to help pave the way for that run as well. So
I know
good overall effort there for Burns.
I know why he was able to do that. I gave him some extra chicken and pasta for lunch today.
Well, it showed on that play for sure.
So it is first down and 10 from the 39-yard line. And if you're a Burns fan, it's exactly what you want, another first down. And I want to say once again thank you to my wife, Jackie, for dog sitting tonight. She sent me pictures of the dogs. First down, Wilson tries the left side. This time Shelby says no way and throws him for a loss.
Yeah, big stop. That's 77 Pierce for Shelby.
They actually called Pierce's name out many times tonight. He had a big game 2 weeks ago. Had a lot of tackles, but
he's just a junior. He'll be back next year too, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, he'll be back next year. There's a nice group of goal lines that'll be back next year. Hamilton, the big time receiver, Lee, the big time quarterback. Those are two guys, and a few offensive linemen. So, the cover's not going to be bare, but it'll be a little bit of a rebuilding job for the Golden Lions.
I've heard Pierce's name on a lot of the recruiting sites and stuff. He's getting a lot of big time college looks.
Wilson again through a crease. There he goes. 50, 40. He's going to go. 20, 10. Touchdown.
I don't see any flags on the play. Looks like that play will stand.
And that's going to be a 60-yard TD scamper for Lamont Wilson.
Yeah, took it pretty well untouched. Right down the right side. Another TD there for Burns.
Man. And that was just, once he hit the second level, he was gone. 41-0. I don't think anybody expected this.
I'm with you there, Tom. I mean, it's been a great overall offense-defensive effort. I think a lot of people expect it to be a lot closer. You are right on that.
And the Nealon Cole extra point for Camacho. And snap back, kick up. Kick good, 42-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
He's a dangerous quarterback with his legs and his feet both. And here's a look to the sideline, gets an offensive play call. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. And he's got the play call now. Thomas's running back. There's the snap. He's going to roll with it to the left side. And let's see, nice hit by the Chris defense. We'll see what the yardage is. And let's see, they're going to trying to see, is it going to be 4th down? Nope, it's a CSI mechanical first down. It looks like Chargers got another player down. I'm trying to tell who that is. Yeah, Chris football player's down, so we're going to take another injury timeout. Chris leads 29-8 on the Double Archie Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
You'll be first on race day with a stop at Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. You'll find a full line of auto parts. They've got it all, and they even carry racing fuel. So before you head out to the track, get your racing fuel from Kings Mountain Auto Supply. Give them a call at 704-739-0391. In addition to great prices, you'll get friendly and knowledgeable service as well. Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. Open Monday through Friday from 8 till 6, Saturdays 8 till noon. Like them on Facebook, too.
The injured Charger was Lyric Pettis, but he was able to get up and walked off under his own power. So that's good to see. A 1st and 10 now for the Grizzlies. Ball on the 19-yard line. There's the snap. Going to give it to McGuffin. He's going to fight through. Going to get some tough yards. Tell you what, man, he runs hard.
Wow.
That running back is hot.
And that is just...
I think that's actually Vincent, maybe.
Or was that... No, I thought Vincent went out with the ankle. Not sure who covered. Who got that fumble, guys? You see, Joe? Courier, Zach Courier. 33, not 23.
Yeah, good job, Zach Courier, there for that fumble recovery.
And I tell you what, I mean, the wheels have come off the Shelby wagon big time. It's just nobody expected this, and when you get down this bad, it just seems like it's just an avalanche. And, you know, this is a proud Shelby program. They will be back, just not their night tonight. 42-0 Burns, and is Mooney still in there? I can't tell. That's Mooney still in there, right?
Yeah, we've got Norris Mooney still back.
Yeah, so they still have the starters on the field. And handoff right side, and I think that's Norris.
That's Thompson.
Thompson, check that. Thompson, who's knocked down at the 10. Give him a 5-yard run. So it'll be 2nd down. And as we said, clock will run. 8:43 left to go, and we had the exclamation point with Lamont Wilson. Now Burns trying to put a double exclamation point on this thing. And they're taking their time. So 2nd down and about 5. And a little pistol set, triple wide receivers. Now Norris comes beside Mooney. And he'll get it and try the left side. He's looking for a hole. He doesn't find it. Knock down, give him about 2, be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, try to make a little run there to the outside. Nothing much doing there. Clock down under 8 minutes to play in this game.
It's on your Main Street Hardware scoreboard. Just joining us, 42-0. I tried to give everybody listening a shout-out. Linda Weber, thank you for listening. Linda, a long time. Teacher's assistant up here at Burns. Drove buses. Worked in our exceptional children's department for a lot of years. Thank you, Linda, for listening. And it is 3rd down and 3. That's what they've got up on the board. Man comes in motion. I believe that's Thompson, and he'll get it. He's bottled up, trying to get away from a tackler. Does. He won't get away. He's gang tackled for a loss back at the 11.
Got a penalty flag. We might see a holding on this play as well.
I'm sure Shelby will decline it. And set up 4th down and probably about 4 or 5. I don't know. They might take it. Let's see what they do. I wouldn't imagine they want to give Burns another down. So let's see what they want to do. And no, they took the penalty. So that's going to mark it back to the 19-yard.
9 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. So we're going to take a break. 30-second timeout. You listen to the high school football, WHS. 30 seconds.
No, they're not. Those are both juniors, no. So I guess they just want them to.
It'll savor the victory.
Yeah, I guess savor the victory a little bit. And triple wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Norris again, the single back set. Fake the pitch. Mooney rolls left. He's looking wide open and missed him. He was wide open, and Mooney just threw it just a little bit too far.
Yeah, had Thompson over there, like you said, wide open. A little miscommunication there. That's really one of the only, the second or third, not very many times we see that out of Ben Mooney.
And there's another flag down? No? Okay. So, under 6 minutes left to go. Haven't got an update on that Crest score in a while, have you, boys?
I have not. Have you heard anything in there, Jeff?
No, I
hadn't seen any scores come through in a little bit.
Carolina Panthers up 3-0. I wonder if that's Baker or PJ playing tonight. 4 wide receivers in for Burns. 4th down, and Mooney flushed and lets it go. It's going to be complete, but short gain, and the Shelby defense holds. So good job for the Shelby defense.
35. They send the offense back on the field, and actually the ball will be about let's see where they spotted at the 38, went out to 38. So Chris will take over at their own 38-yard line. 9 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, and that's Aiden Carson down the backfield for the Chargers. Husky has 2 receivers right and 2 to the left. If Chris can respond after that scoring drive for the Grizzlies. Husky takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking downfield, going deep. He's got Green down the field, and Green goes to the house with a touchdown. Javarius Green with a touchdown. Chris scores in less than 6 seconds after the score. I think we got a flag in the end zone. We'll see what that call is, but I believe that touchdown's going to stand as he took that. What a play there by the Chargers. Let's see if the officials talk about it. I think we got to say, I think it'll be a celebration penalty against the Chargers after that great reception there by Green. And it is. The touchdown's good. So that'll have to force Chris back a little bit. Let's see what Chris decides to do here. Will they may have to put the offense back on the field? I'm not sure Sanchez could get one that deep. We'll see. See what the Grizzlies decide to do. Yeah, it is unsportsmanlike. I thought after the touchdown it may be a celebration penalty. And it looks like the Grizzlies may take it on the kick. So Chris will attempt the extra point here. That'll be Sanchez. What's all those penalties brought to you by Butler's Tire and Auto of Shelby. Of Kings Mountain. Trying to keep all my folks straight here on my sponsor list. Chris late getting the guy on the field. Play clock down to 8 seconds. Down to 5, 4, 3. There's a snap. Going to get the kick up. Let's see. The kick is no good. But on the No Milwaukee Mr. Sparky scoreboard now, 35-15, Crest leads. We still got 1.7 seconds left in the third quarter. So we're going to take a break, 30-second break. You listen to high school football, WHS, back in 30.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
And it's exactly what we thought for this Jam and Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff. They're going to take it on the kick here, so Crest will be kicking from their own 25-yard line. So Oak Grove should have great starting field position to start this drive. That will probably take us to the start of the fourth quarter, but we shall see. The Crest quickly responds with a touchdown pass, Husky to Green, make it 35-15. There's the kick from Mitchell, puts his foot into it. It's going to be fielded at about the 30-yard line. Here comes the return man for the Grizzlies, and Crest. Nice job by the Crest coverage as they make the stop. And, yes, that's going to take us to the fourth quarter. Crest leads 35-15 on the No Milwaukee Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Goes to high school football on WHS. We're back in 1 minute.
You know, for 41 years, S&M.
So clock running, 1:15 and counting. And you know what? I think Burns wants this shutout a little bit worse than I thought. They're really trying to make sure that they get this shutout. And rolling is Lee, and he'll get a first down. He might have got hit late. No call. Couldn't tell. It's over there on the far side of the field. But it's a 5-yard run and a first down, but the clock continues to run.
Yeah, flushed out there by Kahari Haynes. He's another guy that had a heck of a game tonight.
44 seconds and counting. And they're going to call the personal foul against Burns.
Yeah, probably on Haynes.
It looked like maybe it was a little bit late. Hard for me to tell over here. But with 25 seconds left to go and a running clock, this may be it, gentlemen. This may be the last play of the game. If they can really hurry, they might get two. Lee's back. He's got time. He's stepping up, and he fires, and way over the head of his receiver. But see, with a running clock, that's going to be it. And your Main Street Hardware scoreboard, it's a final, 42-0.
Show took a timeout. They can.
They took a timeout. I don't blame them. you know, I don't. At this point, I don't blame them a bit. Yeah, they're not going to lay down. If at all possible, Coach Wilbanks is wanting to score, and I don't blame him. I'd have done the same thing.
Yeah, you want to get some points on the board if you're Shelby.
Because we have. I think that Burns is playing for the shutout, and Coach Wilbanks does not want to give him. He wants one more shot.
One more shot for his receivers, for those seniors.
So it is fourth down, and the ball's at the 42-yard line. Doesn't matter. This will be the last play of the game. Empty set. 5 wide receivers, and there they go. And Lee's back. He's stepping up, and he lets it go to the end zone. Jump ball.
He caught it.
And it's incomplete, out of bounds.
It's a great catch, though.
It was an outstanding catch, but they don't give him the touchdown.
Yeah, he was out of bounds, but it was a great catch.
And the game ends. So now we have the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home of Falston post-game show. We'll give out some awards brought to you by Hojo's Power Sports, brought to you by Homestar Financial, brought to you by S&R Auto Sales. So we'll have those players of the game coming up just a few minutes. Once again, Main Street Hardware scoreboard, 42-0 Burns. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales and Contracted Pyrotechnics.
That's Lockhart for Crest. Going to bring up third down. Third down now for the Oak Grove Grizzlies. Clock runs. We're down to 10:50 here in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies looking over the sideline, getting the play call. No really sense of urgency right now by Oak Grove. Third and about 4. Bring a man in motion. They're going to give it to McGuffin. He's going to be man at the middle. And Chargers are going to try to drive him back. We'll see where the spot is. The Crest defense starting to play with a little bit of swagger here. Going to bring up fourth down, 4th and 2. Quickly as the Grove back to that line of scrimmage. See if Crest can get over on downs here again. Hard count by Creech, but again, the clock continues to run. He looks over that sideline, gets the play call. Crest lost some guys into the box. Here comes the blitz by Crest. Creech pulls it. Good decision there. Ball's out. And let's see what the call is. Crest takes over. They force the fumble. Crest takes over the football. 9:53 to go here in the fourth quarter. 35-15. The Chargers have the lead on the Noble Ark against the Sparky scoreboard. Another big play by that Crest defense. So see what the Chargers now do with the ball offensively. See if they can eat up some clock here. Keep that ball away from that Oak Grove offense if you're the Chargers. Again, Crystal has 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Husky trying to look around the guy to get the play. He now has it. There's the count. He's going to hand that ball off to Aiden Carson. Carson pokes and prods his way ahead. Maybe a pickup of a couple. Following that Burns-Shelby game, 42-0. The Burns Bulldogs get that victory over the Shelby Golden Lions. What a performance by the Bulldogs tonight as they advance to the third round of the state playoffs. 2nd and 7 for the Chargers. Crest in no hurry. Play clock down to about 10 seconds. Let's be ready. It's a speed run, takes the snap. Going to hand it to Carson again. Aiden Carson bounces to the outside. That's a CSI mechanical first down for the Chargers. And that's all Crest is looking for right now. RJ, if they can string those first downs together, again, we talked about it's time for your offensive line to go to work.
Yes, especially during these last few minutes of the fourth quarter, the offensive line really needs to come out here and shine because there's going to be a lot of running here in these last few minutes of the game.
Husky ready. Carson in the backfield. Husky says, here, take it again, Mr. Carson. Nice job there by the defense. And I tell you, RJ, there's been times I've seen flags on those kind of plays. We'll stop at your play here. We got an injury timeout. We're going to take it right here. Injury timeout on the field. We'll take a break. 30 seconds. Press leads 35-15. No more Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We're back in 30 seconds.
Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts. That's the theme of the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Falston and the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home on Dixie Street in Cherryville. Their staff is committed to providing your family with the highest quality care and service in your time of need. For more information, visit the websites at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com and StameyCherryvilleFuneralHome.com, both giving you the gift of comfort for you and your family.
So trying to tell the injured Charger. Let's see, I believe that is Aiden Carson, who was injured on that tackle. Luckily he is up, and he's going to walk himself off the field, gingerly leaving the field, but he is going. Coach Thursby having a talk with the official. Wanted to say, those are not supposed to be a flag there. Unnecessary roughness. I've seen that flag thrown this year on tackles like that, but did not happen here tonight. And this game's starting to get a little heated, getting a little chippy between these two football teams. So hopefully that both teams can keep their heads and stay composed, because both these teams want to have better things down the line. So Crest will come back out there on the field. Anton Lewis will check in now at running back for the Chargers. Again, single receiver to the left side, 3 to the right. Lewis in the backfield with Husky. Clock runs here in the fourth quarter. Husky makes the call. Down to 4 seconds on the play clock. 2, down to 1. And Crest is going to have, I believe Crest is going to have to call timeout. And they do. Crest calls timeout. So we'll take it with them. 35-15, Crest leads. Number like Mr. Sparky Scoreboard. We're back in 30 seconds.
Get ready for the big game with a stop in at the Woodbridge Handy Mart. Start the day off with one of their big breakfast biscuits. At lunch, nothing beats their Hutt Brothers Pizza and Wings and sandwiches too. Plus, get a hot dog on the roller grill. Enjoy a soft drink, slushy, cup of coffee, or cappuccino. And they carry ethanol-free, 90-octane unleaded gasoline blend designed for use in recreational and marine engines. The Woodbridge Handy Mart, 987 Stony Point Road near the Woodbridge Golf Course, open 7 days a week.
Coming out of the timeout, Crest will have the football 2nd and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Again, they lead 35-15. Number one to Mr. Sparky Scoreboard, 8:16 to go here in the fourth quarter. Now, I'm not exactly sure. We've got a discussion amongst 4 officials in the middle of the field over the football. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. Both teams are ready to go, but the officials aren't. So we are at the beck and call of the officials right now. Whatever the discussion is, they've made it. Everybody slides back to their positions. Chris brings them back up there again. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Anton Lewis checks into the backfield. Husky takes the snap. He's going to give it to Lewis this time. Lewis is going to look, try to pick up some yards, maybe picks up a couple. Going to make it 3rd down now here for Chris. 3rd and 8 for the Chargers. Hey, we do want to mention, of course, tomorrow being Veterans Day, I want to say a big thank you to all those that have served and given all they had for this country. So we can do things like this, like go and watch a football game on a Thursday night. So Veterans Day, of course, tomorrow. So big thing, think about all those that served and gave it all for this country. Husky ready? 3rd and long, takes the snap. He drops back to pass, looks downfield. He's going to go deep. And it's going to be caught there by A.J. Adams. It's going to be a CSI Mechanical first down for the Chargers. Nice reception there by A.J. Adams. Of course, he's the younger brother of Maury Adams, the great running back, set the single-season rushing record for the Crest program last year. A.J. wanting to put his mark on the program. So big CSI Mechanical first down there for the Chargers. 7:15 to go here in the 3rd. Ball will be at the Oak Grove 30-yard line. Husky looks over to the sideline, makes the call. Looks Lewis to his right side. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it to Anton Lewis. Lewis going to come over here to the left side, looking for some yards. He's going to pick up a few, going to keep that clock rolling, the most important thing. Positive yardages and the clock moving. And that's going to have a nice to go, actually about 6 on that one. So a 6-yard run there by Anton Lewis. The sophomore running back for Crest. Going to make it 2nd and 4 now for the Chargers. Whistle stoppage of play. Let's see what it is. See the official coming from the sideline talking to the head official. Got a flag, what it was. And I believe it's going to be on the Grizzlies. And again, unfortunately, against Oak Grove, again, I think both these teams got to make sure they continue to play smart. Don't get inside your own head. Continue to play smart if you're these two teams. That's going to move the ball down to the 12-yard line for the Chargers. 1st and 10. Huskies ready. Those three receivers over to his right side. One to the left. That moves Lewis over to his left side as well. Going to let that clock run down. He's going to take the snap. Huskies going to keep it himself this time around the left end. And going to go out of bounds with it. Had some positive yardage, but he's going to get out of bounds with it. That'll stop the clock. It's probably not what you want to do if you're the Chargers, but we got a flag on the field. Let's see what the flag is. So another flag. Let's see what it is. We're going to have to see. Looking to see. Crest has called timeout as well, it looks like. So we'll take a break with them. You're listening to High School Ball on WHS. 35-15, Crest leads. We're back in 30 seconds.
We all hear about how good the barbecue is in Lexington, Greensboro, and in eastern North Carolina. But here in Cleveland County, we all know that the best barbecue is here. At Alston Bridges Barbecue, Kent and Linda Bridges and their family make sure the staple of their restaurant is the best barbecue. Your choice, pork, beef, or chicken, plus delicious sides, such as slaw, beans, fries, and hush puppies. The best since Alston and Mabel opened in 1955. Alston Bridges Barbecue, 620 Grover Street, right here in Shelby.
Alston Bridges Barbecue is now open 10:45 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Crest comes out of the timeout. I think it was one of those. Coach Susby had an entire team around him on the sidelines, reminding his guys, hey, look, we've got bigger things down the road. Keep your head, play smart. Crest not going to go with the two-back set. And we got another stoppage of play. Let's see what the discussion is now. That's Lewis and Mitchell both now back there with Husky in the backfield. Two receivers to the right side, one to the left. 1st and 10. They're going to give it to Lewis. Mitchell going to get out front and block for him. Lewis is going to go all the way in for the touchdown. Crest puts another score on the board here in the second half. Now making it 41-15 on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. I believe Lewis' second touchdown on the night as he goes in for the touchdown. Sanchez comes out to attempt the extra point here for the Chargers. Addison in on the hold. There's the snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good on the No Malarkey.
All right, Crest goes up 42-15, folks. We're going to start wrapping up our night here on the online part of the show. We've got Crest Radio. They're going to up 42-15 right now on Oak Grove. Going to give you some of the scores that we got right now. We'll go through some highlights here in a minute as they wrap up. Hopefully we'll finish up all together close to about the same time. Let me go through the brackets real quick for you folks watching online. Eastern Randolph is the number 1 seed up there, up 28-12 right now. If they win, they'll host Robbinsville, the 8 seed, who's up 32-6 right now. Christ the Kings in a nail biter, up 13-7 over Hayesville. Mount Airy, whoever wins that game will go to Mount Airy next week, as they won or up big. They didn't even win. That was halftime score a minute ago, 50-7. Thomasville and Swain. Thomasville is up 21-0 on them. They'll play the winner of Drone and Mitchell, but they're not playing until Friday. Murphy just went up on East Wilkes 38-34. And then Andrews is up 21-0 on Mountain Island Charter, last we had on that in the 1A. Over in the 2A, Reedsville wins, and they'll host Chase next week. And a rematch of last year, pretty much the same score Reedsville won by this week, Dennis.
Yeah.
It was 51-25 over Providence Grove. I think they beat Chase last year 54-25.
Yeah.
Right at it. Chase wins tonight 35-14. They'll travel to Reedsville next week, and we'll have coverage of that with Paul Foster and Jonathan Bland up at Reedsville. Hopefully, this time will be different. The undefeated Trojans will head into Reedsville this time next Friday. The Maiden Blue Devils of Mount Pleasant, they're supposed to play tomorrow, but I'm getting word that they could be Saturday. So Maiden could be a Saturday kickoff and not a Friday kickoff, is what we're being possibly told on that one. Winner of that game will play the winner of Bunker Hill Community School of Davidson. Davidson has went up on Bunker Hill right now, 40-27. So Bunker Hill, they've been going back and forth in this game, and it looks like Bunker Hill. Let's see, Community School of Davidson. Last thing I can see, no other updates past that so far. Lincolnton. I'm skipping ahead. Burns wins tonight, 42-0 over the Shelby Golden Lions. Dennis, and we were talking about maybe somebody can check with us at some point, and we'll talk more about it tomorrow. Have the Golden Lions ever had the running clock on them? And, that's a new rule.
Yeah, and
they haven't been too bad since that rule's come into place. So I would about say maybe not, Dennis, but they get it in the second half tonight from the Bulldogs, 42.
We'll have some Shelby folks on tomorrow night's post-game show to tell us all about it.
3 minutes left to go in the game. Henderson East Surrey leads Hendersonville. Hendersonville has the ball. 3 minutes to go in the game. Hendersonville does have the ball, so we'll see if they can pull through. We'll maybe able to pull that. I wonder if Hendersonville's broadcast folks got that going up there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll check on that. Hendersonville. Did that not? I'm looking at the wrong year. No wonder it wouldn't jump to it, Dennis. All right. Robbie and them looking for South Point score, 42-15. They lead right now. Let's see. Watch live broadcast. These websites, things move around. It drives me crazy. Are we no, we're not subscribers. So I can't tell him that, Dennis. Well, the score in the South Point game is 34-29 is the last I had. Let me check, make sure anything's changed. South Point has pulled ahead 41-29. So South Point leads 41.
That would set up a Crest Red Raiders game next week.
Yep. Let's see how much time's left in the quarter. That was third. That's a third quarter score. I don't have a time. Well, maybe I do. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Okay.
South Point leads 41-29. So I'm sure Robbie and them travel-wise would rather go to Belmont next week. Well, Dennis, real quick while we're kind of concentrating on them, comments, suggestions, thoughts on since we don't get to do a preview show. Well, I guess we will next week.
Yeah, next week.
But just in general thoughts on we can talk a little bit more about tomorrow. South Point and Crest already played this year. Can Crest win that game?
Well, it's in Belmont, so they're already behind. We joke about that, but it is a great home field advantage in Belmont for South Point. And quite frankly, if they played earlier in the year, I would call it in favor of South Point.
Yeah.
They were a better team. I will have to give credit to Crest. They have improved.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Their defense has toughened up. Their offense has got more potent. At this point, Kevin, I'd have to say it's a toss-up between South Point and Crest. We'll see what happens.
Well, the winner of that matchup was going to have to let's look at that bracket. Crest is going to be on the road no matter what. Well, no, maybe not, Dennis. You guys are the 14 seed. The 23 seed's beating the 7 seed right now, and you still got the 15 seed. So you got a 50% chance, basically, about to be if you win, maybe have a home game in the fourth round.
Hey.
You got to pull hard. If West Henderson wins, you'll be going up there. That's the most likely scenario. But you could pull Eastern Guilford or West Rowan at home in the fourth round of the playoffs.
Who knew?
All right. Did we make it through everything? In the 3A, Ledford is up 28-7 on Northwest Cabarrus. They'll play. They'll go to East Lincoln next week. Whoever wins that game, and then we talked.
Well, let's see
what Robbie's talking about.
I saw a little thing on video today where the Crest coaches put out a new member of the Crest coaching staff, and they had one of those robotic lawnmowers. So the coach didn't have to cut the grass or something.
They'll do anything not to cut the grass at Bowling Springs, won't they? Monroe, let's see. Oh, yeah, that was the final. Monroe wins 55-7. Hendersonville and East Surrey is going back and forth. I'm waiting on that one to come back through here in just a few minutes. Let's see. Salisbury leads 48-13 now over Pine Lake Prep. Bunker Hill and Davidson still going at it. Let's see. Seems like there's something I'm missing here, Dennis. I haven't got a score in a long time from that Bunker Hill game.
Well, Robbie's still talking on the Crest game.
They're still playing. Upset alert. Hayesville defeats Christ the King. Yeah. That Mount Airy score 50-7 is a halftime score.
Okay.
So wow. Thomasville still 21-0 after the third quarter. But folks, that's pretty much it.
Well, I don't like to rub salt in any wounds, but I am shocked at the Burns and Shelby score. I mean,
you should be. People are going to say that, but you really shouldn't be. I tried to when Shannon said that ignorant stuff earlier. I've seen Shelby in person. I've seen championship Shelby teams before, Dennis.
That was not what they had this year.
This is not what they. No, not in my opinion.
I thought Burns is a better team, and I told some Shelby people that, and they, but we got them in championships. Yeah, in years past, and those guys graduated. Mm-hmm. They're not there.
I did not hear the confidence coming from some of the coaches and people involved in the Shelby program the last few weeks or just even talking about it. And Dennis, I pointed out to Shannon, and he wasn't really ready for it, but again, they had a losing record this year against non-1A schools. So you take the 1A schools away from Shelby this year, their overall record, they had 4 wins against 1A schools. Dennis, they finished the season 3-5 against non-1A competition. And it's just, you can tell, like I said, you can tell the difference on the field. Basically, and more just from my end on just defensive line. I mean, Shelby's give up 200-something points this year. That's not a Shelby defense. For example, South Point 137, Kings Mountain 131, East Lincoln 53 points, Chase 112, Burns 113. Those are championship defenses, Dennis.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what's going on in the middle school over there. I guess Burns has been. I know this Burns team's been successful the last few years. And
I think Shelby Middle School won the championship.
Okay.
I don't know if those kids can start next year.
Well, I heard I did hear Jeff on the broadcast say they've got a good group coming back and some folks coming up. Let's see. East Surrey recovers a Hendersonville fumble and runs the clock out. Cardinals move on. 21-16 is the final. They will host Monroe. So Chalk stays in the 2A so far. So let's get down here and adjust my brackets for you folks watching online. Monroe will go to East Surrey in round 3.
Go to East Surrey. What was that East Surrey score?
21-16.
21-16.
So that side of the bracket is set. Are they over in Crest? Let's listen for a second, folks.
This is a play of the game brought to you by Homestar Financial and our overall play of the game brought to you by SNR Auto Sales of Shelby. Chris sends out the punting unit now. Again, discussion amongst the officials. Not exactly sure what the
South Point
conversation is.
8:35 right now.
Now everybody's ready to go.
And that is with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Derek Mitchell prepares to punt the football.
Go to bed and wake up. And
he's going to hold on to it. He's going to wait. Going to get it out of there now. Let the clock run a little bit.
Time left.
Ball going to roll. Ball's going to roll.
For Chris.
And Crystal down it with 20 seconds left.
Never mind, 20 seconds left. That was the last score. So
I think our Jim Chris had touched football properly kept running. I think it's what the coaches were yelling through. Don't touch it, don't touch it.
So we're going to let Robbie finish that up there. And then when Calvin's going to send us back to the studios, and we'll finish it up on the radio on the scores for everybody. So Dennis and I will hang in here for just a few minutes, let Robbie do what he does. Dennis will just BS around for a minute, I guess.
Okay. Not this. No, never.
I'm thinking. I guess the folks on the radio station, we probably should wait and do a quick score with them, and so the folks that are listening on the radio that are used to a post game show will at least hear the scores and the matchups for next week. So I'm going to try to get these scores in, guys. We're going to take a quick break here in just a second and let Robbie finish it up, and Dennis and I will be back here.
Yeah, just put Robbie back on, and we'll be back in a little while.
Door paints and more. They're right in your neighborhood, ready to help you. Locally owned and operated, they know your name. Walk in and they treat you like family. They're all about relationships and community. That's what makes them locally strong. Stop in Bridges Hardware today. Why would you shop anywhere else? Bridges Hardware at the corner of King and Castle Streets in Kings Mountain. Call 704-739-5461.
Back here at Oak Grove, and the Grizzlies are going to take a knee. They're going to take a knee, and that's going to run the clock down to 15, 13, 12. Clock continues to roll. We're seeing both teams line up at the 50 to shake hands. What a great game for the Chargers tonight. 42-15. They get the victory over undefeated Oak Grove football team. Again, a great season for Oak Grove, and Crest will be ready to move on to the third round of the playoffs. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be in our stadium postgame show brought to you by Stanley Funeral Home of Boston. Again, Crest advances to the third round of the state playoffs with a 42-15 victory over the Oak Grove Grizzlies. We're back in 3 minutes.
Before the big game, head out to the Creekside Seafood and Steak. It's Shelby's best-kept secret for the finest in steaks. Right now, get 2 big New York strips with your choice of potato, salad, and bread, all for $30. And remember, they serve all your breakfast favorites, too. You'll enjoy the game better with a stop-off first at Creekside Seafood and Steak, 1025 Kaiser Street, off Highway 74 East in Shelby. Open Wednesday through Saturday, 8 till 8. Sunday lunch from 11 to 2:30. Like them on Facebook, too. It's the largest inventory in years. We're talking about the selection of new vehicles at Carter Chevrolet in Shelby, your source for new and used cars in Shelby. And right now, Carter Chevrolet has not one, but 2 70th anniversary Chevrolet Corvettes in stock in their showroom. One of these could be yours. Come on in for the best deals now ever at Carter Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at CarterChevyofShelby.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
The foot doctors of choice for many in this area are Doctors Jeff Mooney and Ron Maskarnik at Foothills Podiatry. In fact, people come to Foothills Podiatry from miles around for gentle but state-of-the-art foot care. Our staff truly cares about your needs. You can expect top-notch medical and surgical care from a staff dedicated to quality service. Whether a repeat patient or a new one, come see us soon at Foothills Podiatry, 707 North Morgan Street in Shelby.
Foothills. Smiles are the specialty at Family Dentistry in Shelby. Dr. Stroud, Wilson, Thompson, and McMurray invite you in for all of your dental needs, from preventive care to cosmetic dentistry, from crowns and bridges to root canals and implants. For your appointment, call 704-482-3281 or visit the website at shelbydentist.net. Yes, smiles are the specialty at Family Dentistry in Shelby, located at 416 West Warren Street. Kids love them. Hey, and you will too. There's nothing worse than going to bed and finding bed bugs. What do? You call H&H Termite Pest Control and Waterproofing in Shelby. They'll put your bed bugs to sleep for good. And call H&H to treat your yard for mosquitoes. And just announced, H&H Waterproofing was named the best of the best for the 2nd straight year. H&H Termite Pest Control and Waterproofing, 520 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at hhpci.com.
Buying a home can seem like a daunting task, but it's really not with Homestar Financial. With a short phone call, we can get you pre-approved. Once pre-approved, you're free to shop for the home of your dreams. At Homestar Financial, we can tell you the price or payment range that you qualify for. Your realtor will appreciate that you took the time to get pre-approved. So call me today. Let's make buying a home a dream come true. With Homestar Financial, it's quick and easy with no surprises at closing. Call today.
Back here at Oak Grove High School, welcome to the Stamey Funeral Home Stadium postgame show. Again, Crest gets the victory 42-15 on the Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard as they advance to the third round of the state playoffs. They'll be on the road next Friday against somebody. Last report we heard, RJ found that South Point was lead Dudley. If that score held, they'll go to South Point. If Dudley come back to win that game, Crest is be in Greensboro next week. So either way, Crest is on the road next week against somebody, either South Point or Greensboro Dudley. Now let's take a look at our Okies Tire and recap of the game. Crest got on the board first. Anton Lewis rushing touchdown, 30 yards, put Crest up 7-0. And then it was Husky to Lewis, 35-yard passing touchdown. And Crest was up 14-0. I believe they had to go for 2 after the penalty. Ended up 15-0 there. Once again, Crest is on the board. Aiden Carson, a 40-yard rushing touchdown, puts Crest up in that game. Then Connor Creech is able to respond with a 35-yard rushing touchdown. Malachi Addison then with a 10-yard pass reception. We talked about Guffin. He goes in from 5 yards out with the rushing touchdown's good, but Crest finishes off the score, and it was a 65-yard touchdown pass from Husky to Green. And then in the fourth quarter, Anton Lewis finished things off, a 10-yard rushing touchdown. Took us to our final score in the evening, 42-15. Crest gets the victory, and that's our Okies Tire and recap of the game. Now let's take a look at our players of the game, brought to you by First Offensive, brought to you by Hojo Power Sports. And I was looking over some of those numbers. And again, I think for me, the offensive player of the game for this one tonight, I think is going to be the quarterback, Natavius Husky for the Chargers. He did a great job managing this game tonight from that quarterback position. Weather wasn't that great. We did see him throw some touchdown passes and really keep things together for this Crest football team. So Natavius Husky will be our offensive player of the game, brought to you by Hojo Power Sports of Shelby. On the defensive side of things, our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Homestar Financial of Shelby. And again, you look at what that defense was able to do tonight. They were able to get back there, kind of disrupt that offensive backfield for that Grizzly team. So our defensive player of the game is going to be Day-Day Pettis, the defensive lineman for the Chargers. A great game tonight. Put pressure on that offensive backfield all night of the Grizzlies. So Day-Day Pettis will be our Homestar Financial of Shelby defensive player of the game. And now for our overall player of the game, brought to you by SNR Auto Sales of Shelby. And you never know when you're going to have one of those games where it could be the coming out party for a player. We saw this young man all season have a great year for the Crest JV team. When he got the times he was able to get the ball during the season, had some pretty good nights. But tonight, you look at the play of Anton Lewis. Got the Chargers going, the sophomore did. He got that first rushing touchdown in the first quarter to open the scoring for the Chargers, and then he finished this game off with a 10-yard rushing touchdown. Anton Lewis, the sophomore running back for the Chargers, who came in and really gave Aiden Carson a break when he needed it, was able to get 2 touchdowns for the Chargers tonight. He is our SNR Auto Sales player of the game of Shelby. So Crest advances to the third round of the state playoffs. They'll be going somewhere next Friday night. I'm sure we'll have that game here on WOHS. Just make sure you stay with all your social media outlets. Keep an eye on things. We'll let you know. Let's see, I've just got, is that a final? Notice in the fourth quarter. How about this score? South Point leads 55-35 over Dudley. So Crest may be going to Belmont. What is a great rivalry, the Red Raiders and the Chargers. We could see those two teams picking up in the playoffs again, just like we saw last year in a classic football game. But make sure you check out all your social media. We'll find out what kind of games we're going to have. We got a lot of local teams still playing. So stay with KTC Broadcasting. All of your outlets, we'll have you covered. Again, for RJ Root, I'm Rob Root. We're live here tonight at Oak Grove High School. The Chargers get the victory, 42-15 on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. On to the third round we go. And we'll see you all later, everybody. Have a great evening and good night.
Rise and shine.
All right. Captain Ron, weekday morning 6 to 9 on The Boss and Carolina Country.
right, before we get to Ray Charles, we're going to send it over to the Red Zone radio crew. Looks like Dennis Davis and Kevin Hastings working late tonight.
I was about to say, hang up on Ray.
We got a 30
Oh, baby, shake that thing.
And let's check the score from around the area.
Hey, Sugar, it burns tonight.
Go ahead, take it away.
I was about to say, hang up on Ray before you
Oh, baby, shake that thing. Hey, Sugar, it burns tonight.
Your quarterback scared, I see it in his eyes. Sit the receiver in motion, that's just a disguise. My linebackers, they stepping up. Clog the hole, no letting up. Taking on no big blocks. On fourth down, we get big stops. My secondary is balling out. Your offense keeps stalling out. How many yards? Like none at all. Call the special teams, come punt the ball, and it's gone. And you never see me fair catch. I get a block and then I'm gone like a Learjet. My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win, we just came to win. Win, we just came to win.
Friday night lights. Welcome back. Dennis Davis, Kevin Hastings. We've got some scores. We've got some finals. We've got a little bit of everything. And we're going to get you guys set up. We're not going to be here long. No big post-game show tonight. We're going to tell you the scores, tell you where everybody's going, and what we've got going on right now. Let me get through these as quick as we can. How about the number 1, Eastern Randolph Wildcats win 28-12 over the number 17 Mountain Heritage Cougars. And they will host the number 8 Robbinsville Black Knights, who won 39-12 over the Cherokee Braves.
Yep.
Number 5, Christ the King falls at home 14-13 to number 12 Hayesville. Number 12 Hayesville will go to Mount Airy next week. Number 4, that's a halftime score, folks.
A halftime.
50-7.
Okay.
Mount Airy up on North Rowan.
I think they'll pull this one out.
I think they're going to hold on to that one, Dennis. Down on the other part of the bracket, last thing we've saw, period, Thomasville, 21-0 over Swain County. They will play the winner of Drone and Mitchell. Drone and Mitchell.
But that's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. So we don't have any scores on that. Drone and Mitchell tomorrow night, folks. Last we had, Murphy was up 38-34 on East Wilkes. They'll play the winner of Andrews. Andrews is the 2 seed, so Andrews will host either East Wilkes or Murphy. If Thomasville hangs on, they will host either Drone or Mitchell. All right, now in the 2A, Dennis, Reedsville and Chase with a rematch for next year. Reedsville wins tonight 51-25 over Providence Grove. Chase wins tonight 35-14 over Robinson.
Rematch.
Undefeated. Reedsville is undefeated, right?
Yeah.
I'm just guessing.
They don't play anybody.
They are undefeated. Chase undefeated at Reedsville. We'll have that next week on Waggy. Big time matchup. Reedsville won that last year in the playoffs. Real quick, Dennis, I will tell you. Nope, they did lose once this year to Greensboro Page. So they lost to Page this year. So not undefeated. So undefeated Chase goes to 11-1. Reedsville. Maiden will play maybe tomorrow. We're told it might be Saturday. But right now they're scheduled for tomorrow. Mount Pleasant at Maiden. They'll play the winner of Community School of Davidson and Bunker Hill. Last time we got a score on that, it was Bunker Hill down 27-40 at Community School of Davidson. So that game was back and forth. Bunker Hill was winning for a little bit. Let's see if anything else new has come up.
Well, that quarterback you were talking about for Community School of Davidson,
the biggest movie of the year
pregame
is
show,
now
he must have had a good night.
Yeah. Post-game show, remember, next week, 41-40, Bunker Hill leads. Bunker Hill leads, 41-40.
41-40?
Let's see if I get any time. Oh, that says final. Final score.
41-40.
Shut up. They came back. Community School, the game by score. Yes, lost. The word lost. Bunker Hill wins. Comes back down 13, folks, on the scoreboard. How about them Bears? Bunker Hill wins 41-40 over Community School of Davidson. They're the 13 seed. If Mount Pleasant wins over Maiden, they'll host Mount Pleasant. If Maiden wins, we got a rematch.
More than likely, they're
of
going
Maiden and Bunker Hill And in that game earlier this season, Maiden won by 3 points, Dennis.
Well, think about
36,
this. You got your
33.
Maiden, Bunker Hill. You got your Crest and South Point. You know, it's like deja vu all over again, as Yogi
Well,
Berra
the
said.
losers better not hope the same thing happens as what happened to Shelby. So
Yeah.
it's just
Well, Shelby
be
got
careful.
the first time, too.
That's true too. So Bunker Hill wins 41-40. Burns wins 42-0 over Shelby. Running clock in Lawndale tonight, folks, on the Shelby Golden
Did
Lions.
you say running clock?
Running clock on the Shelby Golden Lions tonight, folks. Just wow. Burns host Salisbury next week, who was up 48-13 last time we checked. They should hold on to that late, and they'll be into Lawndale next week. The Salisbury Hornets, who beat Burns 2 years ago in the strike shortened. The COVID shortened season.
Well, I don't know. I will not
Somebody
say that.
was
I could get
striking.
in trouble.
Monroe wins 55-7 over Lincoln. They'll travel to East Surrey, who hung on in a nail biter tonight over Hendersonville, 21-16. Kings Mountain and Smoky Mountain play tomorrow on WCSL 92.9 FM. We'll have coverage of that with Matt Beam and Danny Aker. High Brighton and West Charlotte is tomorrow night as well. Winners play each other. Ledford wins tonight, 42-28. That means they'll be traveling to East Lincoln next week. The number 12 seed, Ledford, beats the 5 seed, 42-28. East Lincoln, the 4 seed tonight, wins 35-7 over the 13 seed Tuscola. We'll have coverage of that game as well. Crest wins tonight, 42-15 at Oak Grove. They'll be traveling to what we think is South Point, who after 3 quarters was up 55-35 at Dudley. So we think Crest will be. This is not a final, folks. So you're not going to Belmont yet. Don't count your chickens yet.
Yeah, they might pull a Bunker
A few
Hill.
of them have hatched, but not all of them. Yeah, they might pull a Bunker Hill late. You're right. 3 touchdowns and they're winning, Dennis. Irwin, Eastern Guilford, and whatever that mascot is up 55-34 over the Irwin Warriors. And West Rowan and West Henderson will be tomorrow night. All right, so coverage tomorrow night, Kings Mountain, 92.9 FM. We've got, I think, Tar Heel basketball on tomorrow as well. Saturday Sports Talk. We'll have the post-game show tomorrow night after the Kings Mountain game as well here on KTC. And then next week's games broadcast, we'll have Ledford at East Lincoln on LincolnCounty.com. We'll have Crest at South Point, we think, on WOHS. Then we'll have Salisbury at Burns on the Burns YouTube channel. And then Chase at Reedsville will be on Waggy. And we hope we'll have Kings Mountain hosting High Brighton or West Charlotte next Friday night, Dennis. If you cross your fingers right.
Where
And
will
final
that
thoughts?
be?
Yeah, at Kings Mountain.
Okay. But where will that be on the broadcast?
On WCSL. So Kings Mountain is now officially taking over the Cherville Ironman airwaves on 92.9. So Mountaineer football, you're now on 92.9. Now, if Kings Mountain and East Lincoln play each other in 2 weeks, Dennis, we could have video of that game. So we'll talk about that here later. All right, any final thoughts before we head on out of here tonight on this Thursday night?
Yeah, my final thought is I wish these other teams had played on Thursday night so we could give you a final, kind of thing, but we can't do that. So tune in tomorrow night for our post-game show. Don't forget, Friday night, Under the Lights, post-game show right here.
We're going to have our full post-game show tomorrow after the Kings Mountain game, folks. Stay tuned. We'll go on to about 11:30 tomorrow night.
And Carolina basketball will be on.
All right, let's get out of here. Happy Thursday, folks. See you tomorrow night. High school football, round 2 on KTCBroadcasting.com.